All right. Hey, you want to work that guy out? Yeah.
Thank you. Please be seated. This is the 2 a.m. calendar on November 6, 2025. Orders are given on the first of the month regarding the taking of DNA and fingerprints. Those orders remain in effect today. What that means for you in the courtroom is this: not every single one of you has to give your DNA or your fingerprints. If you have to do that, those orders will be on your paperwork. My name is Commissioner Beck. I'm here to do a few things for you. Number one, I'm here to let you know why you're here. Number two, if you might be released. Number three, if you're going to be assigned an attorney. The vast majority of you will be assigned an attorney, which leads to my number one rule. Please don't talk about the facts of your case. Anything you say or do can be used against you. Everything in the courtroom is video recorded, so please don't talk about the facts of your case unless it's with your attorney. Second, I'm sure you're going to have a lot of questions for me. Unfortunately, I'm not your legal counsel, so I can't answer legal questions for you. So please save those types of questions for your attorney. Finally, you're going to be hearing about lots of different dates, different types of release conditions. You don't have to memorize all that stuff. All that information is going to be on your paperwork. That's why it's important to keep your paperwork and save it. Don't lose it. If you end up missing a court date or you don't follow a written court order, you could just end up back here. Also, when I tell you about your release conditions, I'm going to be telling you about some of your release conditions, not every single one of them. If you want a list of all your release conditions, that information is going to be on your paperwork. Here's how the morning is going to work. I'm going to call two names. The first name I call is going to come in the courtroom and stand in front of me at the podium. Second name I call is going to sit on that chair next to the door. Then we're going to keep on cycling through until the calendar is finished. Okay, please get Janae Jones to the podium. Angelina Aguilar to the chair, please. Hi, will you please lower your mask? Thank you. Name and date of birth, please.
12794, Janae Jones.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court probation violation warrant. I'm assigning counsel. Your next court date is November 12th in the downtown Superior Court. I'm finding probable cause on a warrantless arrest for the violations of terms 3, 4, 5, and 7. I'm setting a secured appearance bond of $250. If you're able to bond out, you're not to return to the scene of the crime, no contact with any victim or witness. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most important thing, if you bond out, you got to contact your PO within 3 days. So please step to your left for your paperwork. Angelina Aguilar to the podium. Carol Doherty to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Angelina Aguilar, 7/6/2000.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court new case and a failure to appear warrant. Let me talk to you about your failure to appear warrant. I'm not assigning you a new attorney. You're going to go back to your original attorney. Your next court dates are November 13 and November 17 in the downtown Superior Court. I'm affirming the bond set by your original judge. It's a $1,000 secured appearance bond. You also have a Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for promoting prison contraband, a Class 2 felony. I found probable cause and I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are November 13 and November 17 in the downtown Superior Court. Because it's been alleged that you committed this offense while you're out on release for your other offense, you're going to be held non-bondable at this time. So please don't try to pay that other $1,000 secured appearance bond. Please step to your left for your paperwork. Carol Doherty to the podium. Melissa Kelly to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Carol Doherty, 11/18/88.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for five counts of aggravated assault, Class 3 felonies. 1 count of aggravated assault is a Class 6 felony. 1 count of assault is a Class 1 misdemeanor. I found probable cause and I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are November 13 and November 17 in the downtown Superior Court, setting a cash bond of $100,000. If you're able to bond out, you're not to return to the scene of the crime. No contact with any victims or witnesses. No contact with your co-defendant. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. And if there's any orders of protection that are put out against you, you got to follow those orders. Please step to your left for your paperwork. Melissa Kelly to the podium. Mitchell Toden to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Melissa Lynn Kelly, 4/23/1983.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court new case and 2 probation violation warrants. Let me talk to you about your new case. You've been arrested for misconduct involving weapons, a Class 4 felony, and aggravated assault, a Class 6 felony. I found probable cause, and I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are November 13 and November 17 in the Downtown Superior Court, setting a cash bond of $25,000. You also have 2 probation violation warrants. I'm assigning counsel. Your next court date on both of those is November 12th in the Downtown Superior Court, setting secured appearance bonds of $1,000 for each one, so that's an additional $2,000 secured appearance. If you're able to bond out on all of your matters, you're not to return to the scene of the crime, no contact with any victim or witness, no contact with your co-defendant, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. And if you bond out, you have to contact your PO within 24 hours because you're on intensive probation services. Please step to your left for your paperwork. Mitchell Toden to the podium. Luis Acosta to the chair, please. Officer, could you keep those 2 separated, please? They're not supposed to contact each other. Thank you. Can I have your name and date of birth, please?
Mitchell Ray Toten, 12/29/86.
Thank you. You're here today on 3 failure to appear let me see. Yeah, you're here today on 3 failure to appear warrants. I'm not assigning you a new attorney. You're going to go back to your original attorney. See, your next court date is going to be November 13th in the Downtown Superior Court. I'm affirming the bond set by your original judge. It's a $5,000 cash bond as to all 3 matters, so total $15,000 cash. If you're able to bond out, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most important thing, if you bond out, you've got to contact your PO within 3 days. Please step to your left for your paperwork, sir. Luis Acosta to the podium. Corbin Butts to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Luis Andres Flores Acosta, November 3rd, 2003.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court grand jury warrant. The grand jury's found probable cause to hold you on 1 count of illegally conducting an enterprise, Class 3 felony, conspiracy, Class 3 felony, 8 counts of trafficking in weapons, a Class 3 felony. These were alleged to have occurred between May 2024 to February of 2025. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date is November 13 in the Downtown Superior Court. I'm affirming the bond set by the grand jury. It's a $10,000 cash bond. If you're able to bond out, you'll be placed on pretrial services supervision with the electronic ankle monitoring. Furthermore, if you bond out, you can't return to the scenes of the crime, no contact with any co-defendants, and you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Please step to your left for your paperwork. Corbin Butts to the podium. Kirsten Labate to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Corbin Butts, February 6, 2006.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for unlawful flight, a Class 5 felony, aggressive driving, a Class 1 misdemeanor, failure to obey police officers, a Class 2 misdemeanor. I found probable cause, and I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are November 13 and November 17 in the Downtown Superior Court, setting a secured appearance bond of $5,000. If you're able to bond out, you'll be placed on pretrial services supervision with the electronic ankle monitoring. Furthermore, if you bond out, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Please step to your left for your paperwork, sir. Kirsten Labate to the podium. Damon Stahl to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
October 2nd, 1996.
Name, please.
Kirsten Lee Dale Labadie.
Thank you. I apologize for mispronouncing your last name.
It's okay.
You're here today on 2 probation violation warrants. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date is November 12th in the downtown Superior Court. According to your probation officer, I'm going to find probable cause as to a warrantless arrest for violations in terms 3, 4, 5, and 7, setting secured appearance bonds of $1,500 as to each case. So that's a total of $3,000 secured appearance. If you're able to bond out, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most important thing, if you bond out, you've got to contact your PO within 3 days. Why don't please step to your left for your paperwork. David Stahl to the podium. Leroy McDonald to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Dave installed January 31st, 1986.
Thank you. Sir, you're here today on a probation failure to appear warrants, not assigning you new counsel. You're going to go back to your original attorney. Your next court date is going to be November 12th in the downtown Superior Court. I am affirming the bond set by your original judge. It's $500 on the first one and $250 on the second, so total $750 secured. If you're able to bond out, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most important thing, if you bond out, you've got to contact your PO within 3 days. Please step to your left for your paperwork, sir. Leroy McDonald to the podium. Tarkey Crisp to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Leroy McDonald, 5/11/81.
Thank you. I apologize for mispronouncing your first name. Sir, you're here today on a Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, criminal trespass, a Class 3 misdemeanor. I found probable cause, and I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are November 13 and November 17 in the downtown Superior Court, setting a secured appearance bond of $500. If you're able to bond out, you're going to be on pretrial services supervision. You're not to return to the scene of the crime, and you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. You must also continue to obey the order of protection that's out against you. Please step to your left for your paperwork, sir. Tarkey Crisp to the podium. Anthony Barrett to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
2/16/99.
Name, please.
Stuart Crisp.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court new case and a probation violation warrant. Let me talk to you about your new case. You've been arrested for possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. I found probable cause, and I'm assigning you an attorney. 1 second. Your reprint, please. I found probable cause, and I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are going to be November 13 and November 17 in the downtown Superior Court, setting a placeholder bond of $50. You also have a Superior probation violation warrant. I'm assigning counsel. Your next court date is November 12th in the downtown Superior Court, setting a secured appearance bond of $250. So that's total $300 secured. If you're able to bond out on all of your matters, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most important thing, if you bond out, you've got to contact your PO within 3 days. If you want to wait right there, you're going to get some new paperwork. Anthony Barrett to the podium. Christopher Gibson to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Anthony Barrett, 08/25/92.
Thank you. You're here today on a probation violation warrant. I'm assigning counsel. Your next court date is November 12th in the downtown Superior Court. Affirming the bond set by a probation violation judge. It's a $250 secured appearance bond. If you're able to bond out, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most important thing, if you bond out, you got to contact your PO within 3 days. Please step to your left for your paperwork, sir. Christopher Gibson to the podium. Alexandra Medina to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Christopher Gibson, 4293.
Thank you. You're here today on a probation violation warrant. I'm assigning counsel. Your next court date is November 12th in the downtown Superior Court. Affirming the bond set by a probation violation judge, $250 secured appearance bond. If you're able to bond out, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most important thing, if you bond out, you got to contact your PO within 3 days. Want to please step to your left for your paperwork, sir. Alexandra Medina to the podium. Vanessa Gomez to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Sheila Alexandra Medina, 22893.
Thank you. You're here today on a probation violation warrant. I'm assigning counsel. Your next court date's November 12th in the downtown Superior Court. Affirming the bond set by your probation violation judge. It's a $100 secured appearance bond. If you're able to bond out, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most important thing, if you bond out, you got to contact your PO within 3 days. Want to please step to your left for your paperwork. Vanessa Gomez to the podium. Roy Johnston to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
1891,
Name, please.
Vanessa Gomez.
Thank you. You're here today on a city court warrant. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date's November 17th at the Tolleson City Court. I'm going to reduce your bond down to $100, so that's on top of whatever else you have going on. If you're able to bond out on all of your stuff, you're not to return to the scene of the crime, and you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Why don't you please step to your left for your paperwork, ma'am. I have to call a warrant, please.
Okay.
Roy Johnston to the podium. Edward Hernandez to the chair, please. Hi, sir. Could you please take your arms out of your sleeves?
Sorry, it's cold.
I understand. Could I get your name and date of birth, please?
Roy Johnston, 7/24/78.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. I found probable cause, and I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are November 20 and November 24 in the downtown Superior Court. Upon your promise to appear, I'll be releasing you today. There's some conditions to your release. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Do you understand all these conditions?
Yes,
Do you promise to follow these conditions?
yes.
Do you have any weapons you need to give up?
No, I actually am starting a work soon, and he was planning on like going somewhere else to work and then coming back. Am I capable of doing that or no?
Going where, sir?
He wants me to help him with his dad's place up in upstate New York for like a month and then come back.
Yeah, so, sir, I can't give you permission today. You're gonna have to get permission from your job. When are you supposed to start that job?
Well, it was gonna be in a day or two.
Yeah, sir, I don't know if you're gonna be able to go out of state, but I am gonna release you today, though.
Okay, I'll talk to him and get it straightened out.
All right, sir. Do you promise to appear on November 20 and November 24 in the downtown Superior Court?
I will.
And do you understand if you don't show up, they'll issue a warrant for you?
I understand.
All right, sir. Upon your promise to appear, I'll be releasing you today on your own recognizance. Please make sure to show up to court, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you. Please step to the left for your
Thank
paperwork.
you so much.
Edward Hernandez to the podium. Name and date of birth, please.
Edward Hernandez Jr., July 19th, 1989.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. I'm not finding probable cause today as to the narcotic drugs. I am finding probable cause as to the remaining charges. I need to warn you, though, sir, that just because I don't find probable cause today doesn't mean that the prosecutor's office can't find it at a later time. So I don't want you to think that those narcotic drugs charges are going to go away forever. Do you understand that? Okay. So on the two charges that I am finding probable cause, I'm assigning counsel. Your next court dates are going to be November 20 and November 24 in the downtown Superior Court. Upon your promise to appear, I'll be releasing you. There are some conditions to your release. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Do you understand all these conditions?
Yes, sir.
Do you promise to follow all these conditions?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any weapons you need to give up?
No, sir.
Do you promise to appear on November 20 and November 24 in the downtown Superior Court?
I do.
Do you understand if you don't show up, they'll issue a warrant for you?
Yep.
Upon your promise to appear, I'll be releasing you on your own recognizance. Please make sure to show up to court, okay, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. Please step to your left for your paperwork.
Alrighty.
Please get Mr. Gerardo. Hi, could I get your name and date of birth, please?
Anna Gerardo, September 10th, 2003.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony, tampering with physical evidence, a Class 6 felony. I found probable cause, and I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are November 20 and November 24 in the downtown Superior Court. Upon your promise to appear, I'll be releasing you today. There's some conditions to your release. You're going to be on supervised release. You're not to return to the scene of the crime, no contact with your co-defendant, and you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Do you understand all these conditions?
Yes, sir.
Do you promise to follow all these conditions?
Yes, sir.
Do you promise to appear on November 20 and November 24 at the downtown Superior Court?
Yes, sir.
And do you understand if you don't show up, they'll issue a warrant for your arrest?
Yes, sir.
Upon your promise to appear, I'll be releasing you to the supervision of pretrial services. It is your responsibility to call them once you're out of custody. You have to call them during normal business hours. If you fail to call pretrial services, you could end up back here. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. Please step to your left for your paperwork. Can we please clear the courtroom? And while we're clearing the courtroom, I have to see 3 individuals back at their cell. They pose a risk of harm to themselves or others. Latasha Benali, date of birth 9/18/97, here on a probation violation warrant. I'm assigning counsel. Next court date's November 12th in the downtown Superior Court, setting a secured appearance bond of $2,500. If she's able to bond out, not to return to the scene of the crime, no contact with any victim or witness, not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, must contact her PO within 24 hours. Vincent Acosta, date of birth 1/2/1977, here on a Superior Court new case and a probation violation warrant. As to his new case, arrested for possession of narcotic drugs, Class 4 felony, possession of burglary tools, Class 6 felony, theft, Class 1 misdemeanor, criminal trespass, Class 3 misdemeanor. I found probable cause. I'm assigning counsel. Next court dates are November 13 and November 17 at the downtown Superior Court, setting a secured appearance bond of $5,000. His next, as to his probation violation, I'm assigning counsel. Next court dates November 12th at the downtown Superior Court, affirming his $250 secured appearance bond. If he's able to bond out, he's not to return to the scene of the crime, No contact with any victim or witness, not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, must contact his PO within 3 days. After visiting with these individuals back at their cell, if I to make any changes to these release conditions, I'll come back on the record to make those changes. Mr. Clement? Name and date of birth, please.
Philip Clement, 11/24/78.
Thank you. Sir, you're here today on a Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for 10 counts of sexual exploitation of a minor, Class 2 felonies. I found probable cause, and I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are November 13 and November 17 in the Downtown Superior Court, setting a cash bond of $150,000. If you're able to bond out, you'll be placed on pretrial services supervision with the electronic ankle monitoring. Furthermore, if you bond out, you're to have no contact with any victim or witness, no contact with any minors. You're prohibited from accessing the internet through any electronic means, except to communicate with defense counsel, and you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Please step to your left for your paperwork, sir. This will conclude the 2 a.m. calendar. Thank you. Please be seated. This is the 5 a.m. calendar on November 6, 2025. Orders are given on the first of the month regarding the taking of DNA and fingerprints. Those orders remain in effect today. What that means for you in the courtroom is this: not every single one of you has to give your DNA or your fingerprints. If you have to do that, those orders will be on your paperwork. My name is Commissioner Beck. I'm here to do a few things for you. Number one, I'm here to let you know why you're here. Number two, if you might be released. Number three, if you're going to be assigned an attorney. The vast majority of you will be assigned an attorney, which leads to my number one rule. Please don't talk about the facts of your case. Anything you say or do can be used against you. Everything in the courtroom is video recorded, so please don't talk about the facts of your case unless it's with your attorney. Second, I'm sure you're going to have a lot of questions for me. Unfortunately, I'm not your legal counsel, so I can't answer legal questions for you. So please save those types of questions for your attorney. Finally, you're going to be hearing about lots of different dates, different types of release conditions. You know how to memorize all that stuff? All that information is going to be on your paperwork. That's why it's important to keep your paperwork and save it. Don't lose it. If you end up missing a court date or you don't follow a written court order, you could just end up back here. When I see you in the courtroom, I'm going to be telling you about a few of your release conditions, not every single one of them. If you want a list of your complete release conditions, please refer to your paperwork. Here's how the morning's going to work. I'm going to call two names. First name I call is going to come in the courtroom and stand in front of me at the podium. Second name I call is going to sit on that chair next to the door. And then we're going to keep on cycling through until the calendar's finished. Please reprint 27. Thank you. And please get Malcolm Poindexter to the podium. Christopher Valenzuela to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Malcolm Poindexter, 5/10/1990.
Thank you. Sir, you're here today on a Superior Court grand jury warrant. Grand jury's found probable cause to hold you on one count of manslaughter, Class 2 felony, and endangerment, a Class 6 felony. These were alleged to have occurred back on February 2nd of 2023. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date's going to be November 13th in the downtown Superior Court. I'm affirming the bond set by the grand jury. It's a $100,000 secured appearance bond. If you're able to bond out, you'll be placed on pretrial services supervision. Furthermore, if you bond out, you're not to return to the scene of the crime. No contact with any victim or witness. And you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Furthermore, you're to have no contact with any next of kin. Please step to your left for your paperwork, sir. Christopher Valenzuela to the podium. Matthew Bowl to the chair, please. Officer, we have new paperwork for number 27 over here. Thank you. Name and date of birth, please.
Christopher Dean Valenzuela, 12/21/0.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court new case and 4 probation violation warrants. Let me talk to you about your new case. You've been arrested for discharging a firearm at a residence, Class 2 felony, possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, Class 4 felony, unlawful flight, Class 5 felony, discharging a firearm in city limits, Class 6 felony, disorderly conduct, Class 1 misdemeanor, criminal damage, Class 1 misdemeanor, assault, a Class 3 misdemeanor. I'm not finding probable cause as to the discharging a firearm at a residence, Class 2 felony. I am finding probable cause as to every other charge. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are November 13 and November 17 at the downtown Superior Court, setting a secured appearance bond of $75,000. You also have 4 probation violation warrants. I'm assigning counsel. Your next court date's November 12th at the downtown Superior Court for all 4 of those. I'm finding probable cause as to new term 1 violations as to all 4 of your probation violation cases, setting secured appearance bonds on the first one, $1,000, second one, $500, and then $250 on the third and fourth. So that's an extra $2,000 secured appearance bond on top of your $75,000 secured appearance bond. If you're able to bond out on all of your matters, you'll be placed on supervised release with the electronic ankle monitoring. Furthermore, if you bond out, you cannot go back to the scene of the crime. No contact with any victims or witnesses. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. If there are any orders of protection that are put out against you, you have to follow those orders. If you bond out, you have to contact your PO within 3 days, and you may have no contact with any of the victims whatsoever through any means. You're cautioned that a violation of the no victim contact order can lead to a Class 6 felony. Please step to your left for your paperwork.
Thank you.
Matthew Bowl to the podium. Kurt Alexander to the chair, please.
Morning, Your Honor.
Morning. Name and date of birth, please.
Matthew Lee Bull, February 9th, 1982.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for aggravated assault of Class 4 felony. I found probable cause, and I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are November 13th and November 17th in the downtown Superior Court, setting a secured appearance bond of $50,000. If you're able to bond out, you're not to return to the scene of the crime. No contact with any victim or witness, and you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Please step to your left for your paperwork, sir. Kurt Alexander to the podium. Julia Vasquez to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Kurt Alexander, May 27th, 1965.
Thank you. You're here today in a Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for 4 counts of organized retail theft, Class 4 felonies. I found probable cause and I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are November 13th and November 17th in the downtown Superior Court, setting a secured appearance bond of $10,000. If you're able to bond out, you'll be placed on pretrial services supervision with an electronic ankle monitor. Furthermore, if you bond out, you're not to return to the scenes of the crime, no contact with any victims or witnesses, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you may not enter any Lowe's stores or their premises.
May I ask a question?
Sure.
I've been advised that I live in San Diego, and I raise a 15-year-old child,
Okay?
so
At least until November 13th, you're going to have to stay in state, and then you're going to have to talk to your defense counsel to see if he can modify your release conditions. But at this point, you're going to have to stay in the state of Arizona.
I don't know who's going to take care of my son if I do that, Your Honor.
You have access to a telephone call, sir. You're going to have to call someone to see who can take care of them. Because at this point, you have 4 separate charges of organized retail theft on 4 separate dates of offense, which, if you took it to trial and you lost a trial, would make you prison mandatory at this time. So if you want to please step to your left for your paperwork, sir. Julia Vasquez to the podium. Jasmine Botich to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Julia Vasquez, 030992.
Thank you. You're here today in a Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for possession of dangerous drugs for sale, Class 2 felony, possession of a weapon by a privileged person, Class 4 felony, possession or use of a weapon in a drug offense, Class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. I found probable cause and I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are November 13 and November 17 in the downtown Superior Court, setting a cash bond of $5,000. If you're able to bond out, you'll be placed on pretrial services supervision, and you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Please step to your left for your paperwork. Jasmine Botich to the podium. Patrick Buell to the chair, please.
Morning.
Morning. Name and date of birth, please.
Yasmin Botic, 070699.
Thank you. You're here today in the Superior Court grand jury warrant. Grand jury has found probable cause to hold you on 1 count of shoplifting with an artifice, a Class 4 felony. This was alleged to have occurred back on March 26th of 2025. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date's November 13th in the downtown Superior Court. I'm affirming the additional bond set by the grand jury. It's $1,500 secured appearance bond. If you're able to bond out on both of your matters, you're going to be placed on pretrial services supervision. You're not to return to the scene of the crime, no contact with any victim or witness, and you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol.
I got a question. Does it say what store?
No, it's grand jury, so I have no idea.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Okay, because I remember something I did back then, but they, the cops took me to the hospital and they said, we're going to release you with no contest. They just unhooked me from the...
I have no idea, sir, unfortunately. It's a grand jury warrant, so they meet in secret, and then they send out the warrant. All right, thank you. Please step to your left for your paperwork. Patrick Buell to the podium. David Herrera to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Patrick Buell, 9560.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for burglary in the 2nd degree, Class 3 felony, trafficking in stolen property, Class 4 felony. I found probable cause and I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are November 13 and November 17 in the downtown Superior Court, setting a secured appearance bond of $1,000. If you're able to bond out, you'll be placed on pretrial services supervision with an electronic ankle monitor. Furthermore, if you bond out, you can't go back to the scene of the crime, no contact with any victim or witness, no contact with your co-defendant. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Sir, I also need to warn you that you have a warrant out of Holbrook for $3,000, and so that might be coming up soon, too. Okay. Come on, please step to your left for your paperwork. David Herrera to the podium. Rodolfo Hernandez to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
David Herrera, 7677.
Thank you. Sir, you're here today on a Superior Court new case and a probation violation warrant. Let me talk to you about your new case. You've been arrested for possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. I found probable cause, and I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are November 13 and November 17 in the Downtown Superior Court, setting a placeholder bond of $50. Then you also have a probation violation warrant. I'm assigning counsel. Your next court date's November 12th for that case. I'm affirming the bond set by your probation violation judge. It's a $500 secured appearance bond, so total $550 for both your cases. If you're able to bond out, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most important thing, if you bond out, you got to contact your PO within 3 days. Please step to your left for your paperwork, sir. Rudolfo Hernandez to the podium. Malik Ashbury to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Rodolfo Hernandez, 6/30/61.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony, refusal to give a true name, Class 1 misdemeanor. I found probable cause, and I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are November 13 and November 17 in the Downtown Superior Court, setting a secured appearance bond of $500. If you're able to bond out, you'll be placed on pretrial services supervision, and you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Please step to your left for your paperwork, sir. Malik Ashbury to the podium. Juan Marquez to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Malik Ashbury, 04/26/1996.
Thank you. You're here today on a municipal court warrant. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date's November 13th at the Peoria City Court. Sir, I'm going to reduce your bond a little bit down to $500 secured appearance. If you're able to bond out, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you cannot drive a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license.
If I can bond out, do I just call?
So you don't have access to your property, so someone is going to have to bond you out.
Yeah, I can do that. Just like, do I just make a phone call?
Oh, you can. You can make a phone call to whoever you need to make a phone call to. Whoever you call, please make sure that if they're going to bond you out, they have to pay at the 4th Avenue jail.
4th Avenue, okay.
That's where they bond you. That's where you pay for bonds.
Okay, and where do I make a phone call at?
There's some, I'm not sure exactly where they're going to take you now. There's some phones out in the waiting room out there, but if they take you back to the bigger jail facility, they'll have phones there too.
Okay.
But it's all collect calls though, sir.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. Thank you. Please step to your left for your paperwork. Juan Marquez to the podium. Gina Scheil to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
May 1st, 1997. Juan Jose Marquez Amari.
Thank you. You're here today on a Superior Court arrest warrant and 2 municipal court warrants. Let me talk to you about your new felony case. Probable cause was previously found for possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. This was alleged to have occurred back on August 6th of 2024. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are November 13 and November 17 in the Downtown Superior Court. I'm affirming the bond set by your trial judge. It's a $50 secured appearance bond. But then you have 2 municipal court warrants. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date's November 13th. Both of those are at the Peoria City Court. I'm reducing both of those bonds down to $100, so total $250 secured appearance. If you're able to bond out, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, sir.
Okay.
1 second. All right, if you want to please step to your left for your paperwork. Gina Scheil to the podium. Francisco Munguia to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Gina Shealy, 7/10/99.
Thank you. I apologize for mispronouncing your last name.
It's okay.
You're here on a probation violation warrant. I'm assigning counsel. Your next court date's going to be November 12th at the Downtown Superior Court, setting a secured appearance bond of $250. If you're able to bond out, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most important thing, if you bond out, you got to contact your PO within 3 days.
Okay.
All right, 1 second here. All right, want to go ahead and step to your left for your paperwork.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Francisco Munguia to the podium. Fong Nguyen to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Francisco Munguia, 7/23/87.
Thank you. Sir, you're here today on a justice court warrant. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date's November 12th at the at the El Centro Justice Court. I am reducing your bond down to $150 secured appearance. If you're able to bond out, you're just not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol.
Okay.
Want to please step to your left for your paperwork, sir. Fong Nguyen to the podium. Street or Turner to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Fong Nguyen, December 4, 72.
Thank you. Sir, you're here today on a justice court warrant. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court date's November 12th at the West Mesa Justice Court, reducing your bond down to $100. If you're able to bond out, you're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Most important thing, if you bond out, you have to contact your PO within 3 days. Why don't please step to your left for your paperwork, sir. Street or Turner to the podium. Jerry Burton to the chair, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Streeter Turner, 05/26/1994.
Thank you. Sir, you are here today on 2 justice court warrants and a probation violation warrant. Before I begin, sir, I want to say that I do commend you for self-surrendering. Not a lot of people do that. Because you've chosen to self-surrender, you're going to be released today. So let me go through some information with you. Let me start with your probation violation warrant. I am assigning you an attorney. Your next court date is going to be November 12th in the downtown Superior Court. Like I said, upon your promise to appear, I'm going to be releasing you on this matter. You also have 2 justice court warrants. I'm not assigning counsel for both of those because for the types of charges that you're facing, you don't get a free attorney for those. You can hire your own attorney if you want one. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes.
All right. Let me see. For the first one, your next court date is going to be November 25th. That's at the Arrowhead Justice Court. For your second one, your next court date is November 25th. That's at the North Valley Justice Court.
Okay.
And again, for both of those, upon your promise to appear, I'm going to be releasing you. Sir, these are going to be the conditions to your release. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. And once you're released, you have to contact your PO within 3 days. Do you understand all these conditions?
Yes.
And you promise to follow all these conditions?
Yes.
Do you have any weapons you need to give up?
No.
Do you promise to appear on November 12th at the downtown Superior Court?
Yes.
Do you promise to appear on November 25th at the Arrowhead Justice Court?
Yes.
Do you also promise to appear on November 25th at the North Valley Justice Court?
Yes.
Sir, just to warn you, so you got 2 court dates on the same day?
Yeah.
So North Valley Justice Court, the 9 a.m. court, it's a 9 a.m. time frame. For the Arrowhead Justice Court, it's at 2 p.m. So
That's fine.
you're gonna, hopefully you can make it to both.
Yeah, is there any way the judges can be aware that I have 2 different?
So I have no idea, because those are separate judges, so I don't know if they talk to each other. But sir, you can call.
I was gonna ask that next, if there's a number on the paper I can call.
There should be a number on the paperwork so that you can call each court, so that you can let each court know where you're gonna be.
Okay.
All right, sir, upon your promise to appear, oh, and sir, do you understand if you fail to show up to your court dates, warrants will issue for your arrest?
Yes.
All right, sir. Upon your promise to appear, I'll be releasing you on your own cognizance as to all 3 matters. Please make sure to show up to court, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you. Please step to the left of your paperwork. Jerry Burton to the podium, please. Name and date of birth, please.
Jerry Burton, 8/29/73.
Thank you. Sir, you're here today on a Superior Court new case. You've been arrested for burglary in the 2nd degree, Class 3 felony, and theft, Class 6 felony. I found probable cause. I'm assigning you an attorney. Your next court dates are November 20th and November 24th in the downtown Superior Court. Upon your promise to appear, I'll be releasing you today. There's going to be a lot of conditions to your release. You're going to be on supervised release. You're going to have an electronic ankle monitor. You can't go back to the scene of the crime. No contact with any victim or witness. No contact with your co-defendant. You're not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Do you understand all these conditions?
Yes, sir.
Do you promise to follow all these conditions?
Yes, sir.
Do you promise to appear on November 20 and November 24 at the downtown Superior Court?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand if you don't show up, they'll issue a warrant for your arrest? I need to hear yes or no.
Oh, yes, sir.
All right. Upon your promise to appear, I'll be releasing you to the supervision of pretrial services. Sir, it's your responsibility to call them once you're out of custody. You have to call them during normal business hours. If you fail to call pretrial services, you could end up back here. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. Please step to your left for your paperwork. For the last two individuals, I'll be visiting in the back of the cell. They pose a risk of harm to themselves or to others. Luis Valencia, date of birth 7/22/1985, here on a Superior Court new case. Arrested for possession of narcotic drugs, class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, class 6 felony. I found probable cause. I'm assigning counsel. Next court date is November 13, November 17, in the downtown Superior Court, setting a placeholder bond of $50. If he's able to bond out, pretrial services supervision, not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. Jessica Ellie, date of birth 7/23/1981, here in a Superior Court new case, arrested for aggravated assault, class 5 felony. I found probable cause. I'm assigning counsel. Next court dates November 13 and November 17 in the downtown Superior Court, setting a secured appearance bond of $250. If she's able to bond out, pretrial services supervision. No contact with any victim or witness, not to possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. After visiting with these individuals back to their cell, found to make any changes to these release conditions, I'll come back on the record to make those changes. This concludes the 5 a.m. calendar.
All rise.
Thank you. Please be seated. Good morning. This is the time for the 8 a.m. calendar and initial appearance court on November 6, 2025. The court's orders for the taking of DNA and fingerprints made on the first calendar of this month will apply to all hearings on this calendar. I will call you each up to the podium one at a time. Please listen for your name. I'm then going to announce whoever is up next. Please sit in the chair that's right outside of the courtroom. I'll let you know what you've been arrested for, what your next court dates are, and any release conditions that I'm ordering today. Let's begin with Thomas Zambrano to the podium and Victor Perez to the chair, please. Good morning, sir. May I have your name and date of birth?
Thomas Zambrano, April 30th, 1992.
Thank you. Bear with us just for a second. I believe that a county attorney is appearing on this one. Ms. Dahl, are you appearing on this matter today?
Yes, Your Honor, I apologize. I didn't realize it was muted, or I couldn't, whatever. Yes, sir.
Not a problem. We're just getting you set up in the courtroom to appear. Were you going to appear via video?
Yes, if Your Honor will allow it.
There we go.
We have a medical
Perfect.
issue with one of our attorneys.
Oh, not a problem. So we are here today, sir, on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of 1 count of discharging a firearm at a residence, Class 2 felony, 1 count of aggravated assault, Class 3 felony, 22 counts of aggravated assault, Class 6 felonies, 6 counts of possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, Class 6 felonies, 1 count of resisting arrest, physical force, Class 6 felony, 1 count of endangerment, Class 6 felony, 1 count of assault, Class 1 misdemeanor, 1 count of disorderly conduct, Class 1 misdemeanor, and 1 count of criminal damage, Class 1 misdemeanor. I will find probable cause on these allegations, and I will appoint you an attorney. I am setting a status conference on November 13th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on November 17th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. Okay. Ms. Dahl, I did receive the state's recommendation on release conditions. Is there anything else you'd like to be heard on today?
Yes, Judge, I do believe that 13-1204 aggravated assault should have been Class 2 felonies. I believe that was a typo based upon the status of the law enforcement officers at the time of the offense. I did want to bring that up to you. And as you know, there are issues with the booking system and aggravated assault that I've been working with Ms. Garcia on. And thank you for the opportunity to appear in regard to our recommendation, specifically as it relates to this defendant. As you know, the defendant, the allegations are, the defendant brutally assaulted his girlfriend. He struck her so hard she lost consciousness and needed stitches. The defendant admitted to using cocaine and taking 6 to 10 tequila shots. A convicted felon, he then armed himself with 3 guns and opened fire on officers, even hitting a nearby home and injuring a resident inside in the face. Surrounded by law enforcement, he chose gunfire over surrender, and any one of those rounds could have killed someone. This is a man who's shown utter disregard for human life. We are seeking a $1 million cash-only bond, and we believe that is appropriate to protect the community. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ms. Dahl, I appreciate that. And Ms. Dahl, just to give you a heads up, I did see that the 22 counts of aggravated assault were booked as Class 6 felonies. I did consider them as what they should have been charged, but because there's 22 of them and I'd have to manually edit all of those, I left them as Class 6s. I understand the state will likely submit charging documents and the correct felony allegation will be added on there, but I'm just going to proceed forward as they were booked at this point.
Understood. Thank you.
So, Sir, I am going to go with the state's recommendation. I am setting a cash bond today in the amount of $1 million. On top of that, if you do post that bond, I am ordering that pretrial services supervises you in the community, that they install an ankle monitor on you prior to your release. I'm also ordering that you not return to the scene of any alleged crime, no contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness, no contact with any of the arresting officers, no weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and no driving without a valid driver's license. I'm also ordering that you must obey any terms of any order of protection or order against harassment that has been or will be issued. Any violation of a no victim contact order could constitute aggravated harassment, which would be an additional felony allegations to what you're already looking at. All of this information will be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
I don't, Your Honor.
Okay, go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and have a seat. Thank you. And Ms. Dahl, are you appearing on any other matters today?
No, sir. Thank you.
Not a problem. Ms. Dahl, feel free to stick around or disconnect. I'll leave that up to you. Victor Perez to the podium, and Samantha Santana to the chair, please. Good morning. May I have your name and date of birth?
Victor Perez, 8596.
Thank you. We are here today on two different cases, a Superior Court new case and a probation violation warrant. On your new case, you were arrested on allegations of kidnapping, Class 2 felony, narcotic drug possession for sale, Class 2 felony, 3 counts of aggravated assault, Class 3 felonies, 1 count of aggravated assault, Class 4 felony, 1 count of unlawful flight from law enforcement, Class 5 felony, 3 counts of assault, Class 1 misdemeanors, and 2 counts of threatening or intimidating, Class 1 misdemeanors. I will find probable causes to those allegations. On your probation violation case, it's for violating Term 1. I am going to appoint you an attorney on both of these cases. I am going to set a probation revocation arraignment hearing on November 13th at 8:30, a status conference on November 13th at 8:30, and a preliminary hearing on November 17th at 8:30. All of that will be in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a cash bond in your new case in the amount of $250,000, and I will also issue a cash bond in the amount of $5,000 on your probation case. If you post bond in both matters, you can be released, but you do have some release conditions you have to follow. I am ordering that you not have contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness, no weapons, drugs, or alcohol. You must obey any terms of any order of protection or order against harassment that has been or will be issued, and you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours of your release. All of this information is going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, grab your paperwork to your left and have a seat. Samantha Santana to the podium, and Jacob Robledo to the chair, please. Good morning. May I have your name and date of birth?
Samantha Santana, 52999.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case, and also a probation violation warrant. On your probation case, it's for violating terms 3 and 5. On your new case, you were arrested on allegations of criminal trespassing, which is a Class 6 felony. I will find probable cause on the new allegations, and I will appoint you an attorney in both matters. I am setting a status conference on November 13th at 8:30, a probation revocation arraignment hearing on November 13th at 8:30, and a preliminary hearing on November 17th at 8:30. All of those will be in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond in your new case in the amount of $500, and I will affirm the bond in your probation warrant. That's a $5,000 secured bond. So you have a total bond of $5,500. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not have contact with any of the arresting officers, no possessing any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and no returning to the scene of any alleged crime. I'm also ordering that you must contact your probation officer within 72 hours if you do post that bond. All that information is going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, grab your paperwork to your left and have a seat. Jacob Robledo to the podium, and Michael Hernandez to the chair, please. Good morning. May I have your name and date of birth?
Good morning. Jacob Robledo, 1993.
Thank you. We are here today on 3 different cases, 2 probation violation warrants, and a new case. On your probation violations, it's for violating terms 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 15 of your probation. On your new case, it's for allegations of criminal trespassing, which is a Class 6 felony. I will find probable cause in the new allegations. I will appoint you an attorney in all 3 cases. I am setting a status conference on November 13th at 8:30, a probation revocation arraignment hearing on November 13th at 8:30, and a preliminary hearing on November 17th at 8:30. All that's going to be in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to set a secured bond in the amount of $250 in your first probation case, $2,500 on your second probation case, and then a secured bond in the amount of $250 on your new case. So you have a total bond of $3,000. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not return to the scene of any alleged crime, no contact with any of the arresting officers, no weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact probation within 72 hours of your release. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions? Okay, grab your paperwork and have a seat. Michael Hernandez to the podium and Mario Duran to the chair, please. Good morning. May I have your name and date of birth?
Michael Hernandez, May 4th, 1989.
Thank you. We are here today on two different cases, a Superior Court new case and then a probation violation. On your probation violation case, it's for violating term 1. On your new case, you were arrested on allegations of one count of our attempted narcotic drug possession for sale, class 2 felony. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney. I am setting a status conference on November 13th at 8:30, a probation revocation arraignment hearing on November 13th at 8:30, and a preliminary hearing on November 17th at 8:30. All those are going to be in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond in the amount of $500 on your probation case and then $2,500 on your new case. Total bond of $3,000. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must contact probation within 72 hours of your release. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, grab your paperwork and have a seat. Mario Duran to the podium and Tristan Gilmore to the chair, please. Good morning. May I have your name and date of birth?
What's that?
Your name and date of birth.
Mario Duran, 53064.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of aggravated domestic violence, class 5 felony, and disobeying or resisting an order mandated of the court, class 1 misdemeanor. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney. I am setting a status conference on November 13th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on November 17th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond today in the amount of $500. If you do post bond, I'm also ordering that pretrial services supervises you in the community, that they install an ankle monitor on you prior to your release. I'm also ordering that you not return to the scene of any alleged crime, no contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness, no weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you must obey any terms of any order of protection or order against harassment that has been or will be issued. All that information is going in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, excuse me, Your Honor. The cops know, everybody knows. It was all just bullshit that my brother drawed up and stuff. I've been in and out of court, man.
So, sir, at this point in time, the issue is whether the grounds for the order of protection were valid or not. There was a valid order of protection, and so there were orders that you were not to have contact with the victim in that case. Because you allegedly had contact with the victim, that's why you were arrested.
He's my brother.
I am finding probable, it doesn't matter whether he's your brother or not. There's an order telling you not to contact that person. So because of that, I am going to hold you on a bond. I would suggest you talk with your attorney about that. All that information is going to be in your paperwork. Grab your paperwork and have a seat. Tristan Gilmore to the podium and Michael Stockwell to the chair, please. Good morning. May I have your name and date of birth?
Tristan Gilmore, State 183.
Thank you. We are here today on an out-of-county warrant out of the Pinal County Superior Court. It's for a case involving 2 counts of aggravated DUI and 1 count of criminal damage. I am going to appoint you to an attorney to represent you in Pinal County if one has not already been appointed. I am setting an arraignment hearing in the Pinal County Superior Court on November 12th at 8:30 a.m. I am going to affirm the bond in the Pinal County warrant. That's a $1,500 secured bond. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not return to the scene of any alleged crime, no contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness, no drugs without a valid prescription, no possessing or consuming any alcohol, and no driving without a valid driver's license. All that information is going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions? Okay, grab the paperwork to your left and have a seat. Michael Stockwell to the podium and Stephanie Verdugo to the chair, please. Oh, sir, right here in the middle. Good morning. May I have your name and date of birth?
Michael Stockwell, April 14th, 1987.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of 1 count of dangerous drug possession, class 4 felony, 1 count of drug paraphernalia, class 6 felony, and 5 counts of theft, control of stolen property, class 1 misdemeanors. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney. I am setting a status conference on November 13th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on November 17th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond today in the amount of $1,000. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not return to the scene of any alleged crime, no contact with any listed victim, complainant, or witness, no weapons, and no drugs without a valid prescription. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions? Okay, grab your paperwork to your left and have a seat. Alfredo Alonz to the podium. And Anaya Harding to the chair, please.
Your Honor, did you want Verdugo?
Did I skip Verdugo?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Hold on. Ms. Verdugo? Come on.
Sorry about that. Thank you. Good morning. May I have your name and date of birth?
Stephanie Verdugo, April 24, 2000.
Thank you. We are here today on a probation violation warrant for violating terms 3 and 5 of your probation. I will appoint you an attorney to represent you. I am setting a probation revocation arraignment hearing on November 13th at 8:30 in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond today in the amount of $500. If you do post bond, I am ordering that you not possess any weapons, drugs, or alcohol. You must contact probation within 72 hours of your release. All that's going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, grab the paperwork and have a seat. And now we'll have Alfredo Alonz to the podium, and then Anaya Harding to the chair. Good morning. May I have your name and date of birth?
Alfredo Alonz Lopez, 22697.
Thank you. We are here today on 2 different cases out of the El Mirage Municipal Court, one involving shoplifting allegation, Class 1 misdemeanor, and one involving criminal trespassing, failing to appear in criminal trespassing, Class 3 misdemeanor.
I had a question.
I am going to set an arraignment hearing in the El Mirage Municipal Court on November 25th at 8:30. That address is going to be in your paperwork. That'll be the same day and time for both of your court dates. I am going to release you on your own recognizance on both of these matters. That's a promise to appear at your next court date. As a part of your release, I am ordering that you not return to the scene of any alleged crime, no contact with the arresting officers, and no drugs without a valid prescription. Okay. All this information is going to be in your paperwork. Did you have a question?
Yeah, I do. For the trespassing, whatever, or no, the shoplifting, how can I get charged for I was in trespassing, and now I know because the cop explained it to me. I didn't know. You're supposed to call Walmart.
So time out real quick. So I understand that you have questions. I don't want you talking about the allegations against you because everything that you say in court today is being recorded. You have 2 different cases. One is involving shoplifting. The other one is involving trespassing. So they're 2 different cases. So talk with the El Mirage Municipal Court. They'll be able to give you the information on both of those cases when you get to court next time.
So the cop explained it to me wrong then?
Potentially. I don't know what the police officer explained to you. So talk with the court next time. I'm releasing you on these, though.
All right.
Okay? Grab your paperwork to your left and have a seat. Are you okay if I call the next 7 all at the same time?
Next 7?
Yeah. Maurer, are you okay if I call 7 in at a time? They're all the same allegations?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's have Anaya Harding, Shakara Thief, Portia Moore, Zoe Fletcher, Liana Martinez.
Ladies, come on down here.
Joseph Augusto, and David McNeil, all into the courtroom, please.
You're gonna do all your...
So good morning, everyone. I'm calling you all in the same time because they're the exact same allegations. I will give each of you the opportunity to ask questions. So it's a little bit easier if I just do them all at the same time, okay? So let's go ahead and have your names and date of birth, starting with the far left.
Patrice Nelson Harding, 06/22/2006.
Thank you. Oh, we'll get to questions at the end, okay?
Shakara Fife, May 23rd, 1998.
Thank you, Ms. Moore.
Portia Moore, July 23rd, 1998.
Thank you, Ms. Fletcher.
Zoe Fletcher, 9/23/2003.
Thank you, Martinez.
Liana Martinez, May 3rd, 2004.
Thank you, Augusto.
Joey Augusto, December 2nd, 1999.
Thank you, McNeil. Thank you, everyone. We are all here today on Justice Court and new cases out of the West McDowell Justice Court. You were all arrested on allegations of prostitution, which is a Class 1 misdemeanor. I am finding probable cause. I am going to set an arraignment hearing in the West McDowell Justice Court on November 18th at 1:30 p.m. I am going to release each of you on what's called your own recognizance. That's a promise to appear at your next court date. As a part of your release, I am ordering that none of you return to the scene of the alleged crimes, no contact with the arresting officers, no drugs without a valid prescription, and I am ordering that you're not to return to the area between North 27th Avenue corridor between Northern and Indian School Road, which is also known as the Blade or the Track. All of this information is going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions starting on my left?
No.
Okay. Ms. Bice?
No questions. No questions.
Ms. Moore?
No questions.
Fletcher?
No questions.
Martinez? Augusto? And McNeil? It will take a few hours for you guys to get processed and released, but you will be released today. Did you actually have a question?
No.
Okay, go ahead and take a seat to your left. The officers will bring your paperwork in just a moment.
Go take a seat back where you were, I'll bring you out your paperwork.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Yep, she had 2 cases up there. Taylor Tristan to the podium. Good morning, may I have your name and date of birth?
Tristan Taylor, 8/27/02.
Thank you. We are here today on 2 different cases, a Justice Court new case out of the West McDowell Justice Court and a Justice Court warrant out of the Moon Valley Justice Court. On your Moon Valley case, it's a case involving liquor, minor driving after drinking, which is a misdemeanor, from an offense date listed as July 2023. And then on your new allegations, prostitution, Class 1 misdemeanor. I will find probable cause on the new allegations. I am setting an arraignment hearing in the West McDowell Justice Court on November 18th at 1:30 p.m. And I am setting an arraignment hearing in the Moon Valley Justice Court on November 21st at 10 a.m. Those are 2 different locations and 2 different days and time. All of that will be in your paperwork. Just pay attention to make sure you're going to the right location on the right date. I am going to release you on your own recognizance today. That's a promise to appear at your next court date. I'm also ordering as a part of your release that you not return to the scene of any alleged crime, no contact with the arresting officers, no drugs without a valid prescription, and you're not to return to North 27th Avenue corridor between Northern Avenue and West Indian School, which is also known as the Blade or the Track. All that information is going to be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, go ahead and grab your paperwork to your left and have a seat.
Thank you.
And then we'll just need to clear the courtroom for the last one. And while we do that, officers, is there a reason why 27, 1, 2, and 29 can't be brought to court today?
Your Honor, Officer 1 is, number 1 is combative. Number 2, uncooperative and unpredictable. Number 27 is a danger to himself, and number 29 is highly intoxicated.
All right. Based on those reports, I will conduct their initial appearances at their cell because I am finding they're a danger to themselves or others if they are brought to court. I will conduct each of the initial appearances at their cells. For number 27, Brandon Wood, we're here on a Superior Court new case, arrested on allegations of aggravated harassment, Class 5 felony. I will find probable cause and appoint an attorney. Set a status conference on November 13th at 8:30 and an evidentiary hearing on November 13th at 1:30 p.m. And I will hold him non-bondable because he was on felony release. Number 1, Antonio Yanez, we're here on a probation violation warrant for violating terms 6 and 7. I will appoint an attorney, set a probation revocation arraignment hearing on November 13th at 8:30. And I will issue a secured bond in the amount of $1,000. For numbers 2, 24, 25, and 26, we're here on the Superior Court new case and 3 probation violations for Keon Thompson. On the new case, arrested on allegations of dangerous drug possession, Class 4 felony, theft of a credit card, Class 5 felony, drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony, shoplifting, Class 1 misdemeanor, and theft, control, stolen property, Class 1 misdemeanor. I will find probable cause and appoint an attorney, set a status conference on November 13th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on November 17th at 8:30. I will issue a secured bond in the amount of $750. For the 3 probation violations, it's for violating term 1. I will appoint an attorney on all 3, set them all for a probation revocation arraignment hearing on November 13th at 8:30, and issue a secured bond in the amount of $250 on each of those cases. 29 for William Jones. We're here today on a Justice Court new case of the Arrowhead Justice Court for disobeying or resisting an order mandated of the court, Class 2 misdemeanor. I will find probable cause. I will appoint an attorney and set an arraignment hearing on November 12th at 8:30 in the Arrowhead Justice Court. I will set a secured bond amount of $500 on that case. I will conduct each of these initial appearances at their cell and provide them with a written copy of all of their orders. If I do need to make any modifications or changes, I will do so either on the record or in writing. Is the gallery now clear, officer? Is the gallery clear? Yes. All right. Let's have Michael McGuire to the podium. Good morning. May I have your name and date of birth?
Michael McGuire, 11/20/1995.
Thank you. We are here today on a Superior Court new case. You were arrested on allegations of kidnapping, Class 4 felony, and sexual abuse, Class 5 felony. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney. I am setting a status conference on November 13th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on November 17th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a secured bond today in the amount of $100,000. If you do post bond, I am ordering that pretrial services supervises you in the community, that they install an ankle monitor on you prior to your release. I'm also ordering as a part of your release that you not return to the scene of any alleged crime, no contact with any listed victim, complainant, or witness, no weapons, drugs, or alcohol, and you may not initiate any contact with any alleged victim for any reason. That includes both direct or indirect contact, such as through third parties or social media. If you do obtain contact from the victim in this case, I'm also ordering that you not respond to any contact from any alleged victim. All this information is going to be in your paperwork. Did you have a question?
Yes. So the order of protection that was against me, she showed up to my house. That's my house.
So I'm going to cut you off only because at this point in time, anything you say about the allegations against you.
Well, when I get out, am I going to be able to return there?
So what I'm saying here is I don't know if there is an order of protection as a part of this case. That's not what you're being accused of at this point in time. If there is an active order of protection, you do have to follow the order of protection.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know at this point in time whether the victim allegedly had violated a said order of protection. That's going to be something you should talk with your attorney about. What I'm ordering at this point in time is that you not have any contact with any alleged victim in this case, and I'm ordering that you not return to the scene of any alleged crime. If the scene of the alleged crime is your home and the victim is not living there, then talk with your attorney. Your attorney can ask for a modification at the next hearing if that's appropriate, but at this point in time, I'm ordering that you not return to that location. Any questions?
No.
Okay. Go ahead and grab your paperwork and have a seat. That does conclude the 8 a.m. calendar. We'll conduct those initial appearances and provide an update if need be. We will stand in recess until 11 a.m.
You didn't call.
Sure did.
Who'd you call?
Huh?
Yo, I know that I maybe push this to the body though. So, looking over.
Phoenix is missing what?
One of them inmates go all the way down. That's what's been happening. I mean, we look them up. Never talk up? No fucking idea. No. Well, I was, he was trying to put it on the radio.
Nah, I'll talk to him.
I'll call, please.
Yeah, I called her.
When?
Like 10, 15? I called from Phoenix Court. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Huh?
Who'd you talk to?
You guys don't tell me your name when I call?
Well, it wasn't me.
No, it wasn't you. 29 and 30 are both house calls.
And no LEQ?
One. I don't know. Why would I know?
What number would that be?
Why do you speak Spanish?
That's insensitive.
You don't seem like a son of the side.
No.
Okay. Who would that be?
I want to say, what's the name on number 10?
Sure, after you go wrong.
No, not that one. What about 12?
Troy Stone.
Well, it's like a Scotty by name.
Luis Enrique Escarga.
What number?
13.
Maybe.
The FOJ.
No, let me double check. Hold on.
All the way down?
Wait, you want
There's
this
one
one?
up here, you said.
You want this row right here? This row? Yeah, it's number 13.
Of course it is.
Is she the only, I thought they were, we have two of them.
Number.
The other one's, Michael. Yeah.
I'll make sure. What is it? Just one?
Half acre, and then he's the house all over.
Louis? Let's start here.
No papers yet, or what? She said I didn't call. Yes, I did.
You say that. Wait, come on. Yeah, no.
In Phoenix Court.
Yeah. Yeah, we called.
From the Phoenix Court.
For the 11.
For the 11 a.m.
Cause I was mad because I was just like, damn, I messed up the first one and the one that I got it right. I remember the third and it was.
No, me, your partner.
No yelling or cursing. Do not talk about your case in here.
Holding the case.
Be respectful. Any other questions? So, you are whole shield.
Hey, so Papa put all the prostitution last time, you know, she's gonna do something similar, or she's gonna do
What explanation?
I have no idea.
Wait for
They're
the-
all back to back, so I don't.
What was your full question? You asked about those?
Sounds good, we're going.
You want to call her?
She'll call them, you guys can hear her out here when she talks with her. She's still not there. She'll call one name to the podium, and then she'll call a second name, second name, and then come here. And when she comes in, I'll say all rise, everyone will stand up, and then she'll let you guys know. No, I'll be taking groups out of order. Holy. Oh. Does this do the? $29 and $30. So we have two applicants. State.
Oh.
I gave them a big old card.
Oh. Yeah, I was just.
And one of them already used.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
That'll be fine.
Do they expand or do they support?
They usually wait till the end.
But, hey, do you know, are we waiting till the end for the FOD? Or are you wanting to do that first one first?
Probably gonna be first, I don't think she goes through the whole spiel.
I don't know.
Oh, not.
The deadly button.
Not only did it not hit, but I was throwing it at you.
So we don't
Thank you.
Is it on already?
Yeah, I mean, until he calls. We should be ready to go.
Should be.
Should be. Should be on there.
Nice. How long do you think it's gonna be? All right.
Trying to do as many as I can.
No, that's fine. I'm just gonna get ahead of it already. The order coming out is gonna be the order?
Yeah, the Spanish FOJ should be first, but I can't print that one yet.
Okay.
Down the law. To lay down the law.
Yeah. I said, listen. I know something don't do drugs.
And what are they?
All right, thank you. Please be seated. All right, do we have our interpreter on the line? Okay, great.
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, perfect. Okay, thank you so much. All right, this is the 11 a.m. initial appearance calendar for November 6th, 2025. The court's orders for the taking of fingerprints and DNA samples made on the 2 a.m. calendar on the 1st of the month will also apply to these hearings. Mr. Enriquez Escarcega, will you please come to the podium? He's got the headphones, right? Guys, does he have the you said he has the headphones?
He's on his way, Your Honor.
Oh, okay. All right, thank you. All the way to the podium, please, sir. You can give that to the officer. Thank you. Good morning, sir. May I have your full name and your date of birth?
Buenos días. Luis Carlos Enríquez Escárcega. November 11/4/1973.
Luis Carlos Enriquez Escarcega, in English, 11/4/1973.
All right, thank you. So sir, you have been arrested on a warrant from the state of Nevada. That warrant was issued March 15th of 2023. It states that you have been charged there with aggravated stalking. You have extradition rights in Arizona. Those are as follows. The right to have an extradition hearing within 90 days after today. The right to hire a lawyer to represent you in the extradition proceeding. We do not appoint lawyers in extradition matters because they are not criminal cases. They are civil cases. The criminal case is happening in Nevada. And if you cannot afford a lawyer, Nevada will provide you one in your criminal case once you are back in Nevada. The third right you have is to the issuance of a warrant by the governors of each state before you can be returned to Nevada without your consent. And lastly, under Arizona law, it appears you have the right to bail in this case if you do not ultimately agree to go back to Nevada. Nevada issued this as a no bond warrant. But based on currently available paperwork, this court believes Arizona law requires that you be given bail. So the court is going to set bail in your case in the amount of $50,000, 50, and set your next court date in front of the extradition judge. That will be November 17th at 1:30 in the afternoon. That is not your extradition hearing. It is the first of several hearings that will happen before your extradition hearing takes place. If you deposit this money with the court, you will be released while you wait for your extradition hearing. You must come to all of your Arizona court dates, or you will lose that bail money, and Arizona will issue a warrant for your arrest in addition to the existing Nevada warrant.
$50,000.
$50,000.
That is correct. You are not to have any contact with any alleged victim in this case, whether you are in or out of jail. If you want to consider waiving your rights or renouncing your rights, you can do that at your next hearing on November 17th.
¿Qué tengo que hacer, oiga? No sé qué hacer, yo no sé qué hice nada.
I don't know what I should do. What do I have to do, ma'am? I don't know what to do. I didn't do anything.
Well, you don't fight the charges here. You can fight the charges in Nevada. The only question in the Arizona court is whether Nevada has the right to take you back to that jurisdiction. You can hire a lawyer to advise you in this case. There is also a public defender generally assigned to the extradition court who can give you legal advice, but she is not personally assigned to your case unless the extradition judge grants a request that she be assigned. You are not automatically entitled to a court-appointed lawyer in a civil court case. Everything I told you is on your paperwork, along with a copy of your rights. You can take that to your next court date and consider whether you want to agree to go back. That is optional on your part. And remember, if you deposit the money with the court and you are released, you must come to every court hearing, and you are not permitted to leave the state of Arizona for any reason without the advance written permission of the extradition judge. Everything's on your paperwork. If you stepped to left, this gentleman has a copy, and you can hand him the headphones. Thank you.
¿Y cuándo puedo hacer eso, oiga? ¿O cómo? ¿El dinero yo no tengo el dinero? ¿Cómo? ¿Qué puedo hacer? ¿O qué?
And when can I do that, ma'am? Or how can I go about that? I don't have that money, so what can I do?
Then you will remain in custody unless and until another judge orders differently.
Pero yo, ¿por qué? Yo eso no lo hice, yo no, del 2023 yo no voy para Las Vegas.
But why me? I didn't do any of that. I haven't been in Las Vegas since 2023.
All right. Sir, the court does not determine whether you are innocent or guilty of this offense. The Nevada court will do that. All right. If you step to your left, you can take the paperwork and you can speak to the public defender at the next hearing. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. The interpreter can make a general call, but just make sure we don't have anybody else, please.
Yes, Your Honor. ¿Se encuentra alguien más en la sala que requiera asistencia de un intérprete de español? Si puede levantar la mano si hay alguien que necesita un intérprete.
We're good? Okay. Looks like we're good. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you, Your Honor. You as well.
All right, Mr. Vargas, Eduardo Vargas, if you please come to the podium. After that will be Stevie Nelson. If you'll go wait in the chair, the officer will show you where to wait just inside the door. But I need Eduardo Vargas. If Mr. Nelson's ready, he can come in as well. I think Mr. Vargas is sound asleep against the wall right there in the gray T-shirt.
We'll get him.
Okay. Let's have Mr. Nelson right here, and then Mr. Vargas can have a chance to wake up. Or, I'm sorry. Yeah. What's that? Okay. Mr. Nelson, may I have your full name and date of birth, please?
Stevie Nelson, 12/22/96.
Oh, sorry, I was on the wrong court. Okay, thank you. You're here on two matters. One is a probation warrant, and one is a new case. I'm going to start with your new case. In the new case, you were arrested on allegations of possession of a weapon by a prohibited person and possession of narcotic drugs. Those are both Class 4 felonies, and there is probable cause for them. I'm appointing a lawyer for you in this case and also in your probation case. There was already a warrant out for your arrest in your probation case. You were on probation for aggravated assault, a Class 3 felony. Back on October 22nd, there was a petition to revoke your probation filed, and a warrant was issued for your arrest. That petition alleges that you violated terms 6 and 7. You'll get a copy of it from your lawyer, and you should end up with the same lawyer for both cases.
Wow.
Looks like we can put your court dates together for both cases for your next hearing. So that will be November 13th, which is, I believe, 1 week from today, Thursday, November 13th, 8:30 in the morning in the downtown Superior Court. In the new case, it will be a status conference. In the probation case, it will be a revocation arraignment hearing. Then in the new case only, you also need a preliminary hearing. That's going to be November 17th at 8:30 in the morning. Based on what's been alleged against you and your criminal history, The court finds that in all reasonable probability, you will be revoked to prison in your probation case. Therefore, you do not have bail at all today in your probation case. You are held without bond. In the new case, your bond is $25,000. It is secured. We also have written conditions in that case. But you should not try to post that bond if you are still being held without bond in your probation case, because you wouldn't actually be released. But as I said, you should end up with the same lawyer for both cases, and you will be back in court next week. If you please step to your left, she's got your paperwork.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Vargas? All right, ready for you, sir. And then Mr. Self, will you please go to the chair? Right here at the podium, please, sir. Hello, sir. May I have your full name and your date of birth?
Eduardo Vargas, August 11, 1990.
Okay, thanks. You're in a warrant for the Pinal County Superior Court. It is a felony probation warrant, and it was issued on March 24th of 2025. I'm going to let them know they should give you a lawyer when you get there. Your arraignment hearing is scheduled for November 12th, which is this coming Wednesday at 8:30 in the morning in the in the Pinal County Superior Court. The address is on your paperwork. And in this case, that court already made a finding under Rule 7.2 that you will in all reasonable probability be revoked to prison in this case. This court affirms that order. So you are held without bond in that Pinal County case, which means the Pinal County sheriffs are going to have to come and get you from Maricopa. So talk to the DOs about when that might happen. Everything I just told you is on your paperwork. If you step to your left, she has your copy. Thank you. Mr. Self? And then Amarian Moore, will you please go to the chair? I'm looking for Mr. Self, and then Mr. Moore, please. Right here, Mr. Self. Good morning, sir. May I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
It's Christopher Lee Self, January 5th, 1983.
Okay, thanks. You are here on two probation violation warrants, on June 2nd of this year. There were petitions to revoke your probation filed in both of your felony probation cases. They allege that you violated terms 3 and 5 of your intensive probation. Your next court date for these cases is going to be November 13th, which is 1 week from today at 8:30 in the morning in the downtown probation court. The address will be on your paperwork, and that is what is called a probation revocation arraignment hearing. We're setting that together with a possible disposition hearing. That's November 13th, 8:30 in the morning. In each of these two cases, the court finds that you will, in all reasonable probability, suffer a term of incarceration, which means be revoked to prison. So you don't have bail in either of these cases. You do have a lawyer. You'll see your lawyer next week. If you'll step to your left, the officer's going to give you a copy of that. Thank you. Mr. Moore? And then Raul Aguirre, will you please go to the chair? Good morning, sir. May I have your full name and your date of birth?
Moore, 10/22/2000.
All right, thank you. You're here on one new case and a probation hold. In the new case, you were arrested for possession of a weapon by a prohibited person and possession of a weapon in connection with a drug offense. Those are both Class 4 felonies, and there is probable cause for those. I am appointing a lawyer for you. I'll give you your next court date in a moment because there's also been a probation hold placed on you, which means the probation department has notified the court that they will be filing a petition to revoke your probation based on this new arrest. So that will be filed between now and your next court date. You'll get a copy of it from your lawyer. Your next court date for both cases is 1 week from today, which is November 13th at 8:30 in the morning. In the new case, it will be a status conference. In the probation case, it will be a revocation arraignment. Then in the new case only, you also need a preliminary hearing, and that is being scheduled for November 17th at 8:30 in the morning. All right, in the probation case, the court finds that you will, in all reasonable probability, be revoked to prison. So you do not have bail today in your probation case. In the new case, you have a $25,000 secured appearance bond and written release conditions. You shouldn't try to post bond in that case, though, if you're still being held without bond in the probation case, because you wouldn't actually get out. Everything's on your paperwork. You'll be back in court next week and speak to your lawyer. Step to your left. Thank you. Mr. Aguirre, then Caden Nunez, so please go to the chair. Hello, sir. Can I have your full name and date of birth, please?
Raul Aguirre, 06/06/92.
Okay, thank you. You're here on a new case. The allegations are possession of a weapon by a prohibited person and possession of narcotic drugs. Those are Class 4 felonies. There is probable cause for those. I am appointing a lawyer for you. Your next court date will be a status conference in 1 week, which is November 13th at 8:30 in the morning, with a preliminary hearing set for November 17th at 8:30. Those will be in the downtown Superior Court, and the address is on your paperwork. Based on what's been alleged against you and your criminal history, bond is set in your case at $25,000. That is secured. If you post it, you must comply with all of your written conditions, which of course include no weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription. Everything's on your paperwork. If you step to your left, the officer has a copy. Thank you. Mr. Nunez, and then Jose Hernandez, will you please go to the chair? Hi, sir. Can I have your full name and your date of birth?
Caden Nunez, 0704-2003.
All right, thank you. You are here on two things. One is a new arrest and one is a grand jury warrant. I'm going to start with your new arrest. Yesterday, the allegation is criminal damage in an amount over $2,000, which is a Class 5 felony. There is probable cause for that, and I am appointing a lawyer for you in this case and in your other case. In the other case, it is a grand jury warrant. You've been indicted by a grand jury, which means they met, they heard evidence, and found probable cause to formally charge you with possession of narcotic drugs for sale, 2 counts, each of which is a Class 2 felony, possession or use of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony, and misconduct involving weapons, which is a Class 4 felony. The alleged defense date for all of those is the same. It is August 8th of 2024. And from the warrant, all I can tell you is it looks like this comes out of the Chandler Police Department. But you will get a copy of the charges and police reports through your lawyer. You will end up with the same lawyer for both cases. And you have the same next court date for these 2 cases. In the new case, the criminal damage, it's a status conference. In the grand jury case, because you've already been indicted, it's called an arraignment hearing. But those will both be November 13th at 8:30 in the morning, which is 1 week from today in the downtown Superior Court. Then in the new case only, you need a preliminary hearing. We're scheduling that for November 17th at 8:30. All of that will be on your paperwork and the address in downtown Phoenix as well. In the grand jury case, this court is affirming the bond set by the judge who issued that warrant, and that is $20,000. That is secured. Secured means you can use the services of a bail bond company to potentially post bond for less than the full amount. But you'll have to call a bail bond company and talk to them about the terms under which they might agree to put up a bond for you. So that is $20,000 secured. In the new case, although the court does have some concerns about attempts at retaliation against the alleged victim, the court would likely have released you in the criminal damage case in the absence of the grand jury indictment. So what I'm going to do is set what's called a placeholder bond. It's $50 secured. It's just to make you eligible for credit for time in custody unless and until you get out in the grand jury case. So you're getting credit for time in custody in both cases should you ultimately be convicted and need some credit. So you can talk to your lawyer about how that works. So it's just $50 in the new case. So your total bond is $20,000 and $50. It's secured. You do have written release conditions in both cases, and very particularly I want to emphasize absolutely no victim contact in the new case. Whether you're in or out of jail, cannot go to the scene of the alleged crime. I've noted that you can't go to any part of that work location on Ray Road. If you have a need to contact our human resources or something, you can certainly do that by telephone, etc. But you can't physically go to the Hyundai Transis location without a further court order, okay? Because you may well have a final paycheck coming or something. So you can deal with human resources, you just can't go there. All right, everything is on your paperwork, and I did appoint a lawyer for you. So if you step to your left, you get a copy of your paperwork. Thank you. Mr. Hernandez. And then Abdi Salam, Mr. Shishore Abdi Salam, will you go to the chair? Right here, Mr. Hernandez. Good morning, sir. Can I have your full name and your date of birth?
Oh, Hernandez, 1986.
Is your first name Jose?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. You're on a new case. You got arrested for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon or dangerous instrument. It's a Class 3 felony, and 2 counts of assault as Class 2 misdemeanors. There is probable cause for all of those, and I am appointing a lawyer for you. I'm scheduling your next 2 court dates. The first one is a status conference in 1 week. It is November 13th at 8:30 in the morning. Then your preliminary hearing will be held November 17th at 8:30. Those will be in the downtown Superior Court. Based on your criminal history and what's been alleged against you, bond is set in your case at $10,000 that is secured. If you bond out, You must comply with all of your release conditions, which include no contact with the alleged victims, and that you can't go to any part of the Family Dollar store on Central Avenue.
So I'm not released, ma'am?
Not unless you post a bond. You are technically released, but the condition is that you post a bond. And so if you cannot post it, then you stay in custody unless and until another court orders differently. No weapons, no drugs, no alcohol. If you please step to your left, the officer's going to give you a copy of your paperwork.
Fucking bitch, man.
Mr. Abdi Salam, you can come in. Then Michael Hatmaker, will you go to the chair? Right here. Good morning, sir. Can I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Shashor Abdul Salam, January 15, 1996.
Thank you. You're here on a warrant for your arrest because you have been formally charged with burglary in the third degree, 2 separate allegations, each a Class 4 felony. One is alleged to have occurred December 16th of last year, one on December 22nd of last year, and it looks like this comes from the Mesa Police Department. But you will get a copy of the charges and police reports from your lawyer. I am appointing a lawyer for you. Your next court date is a status conference in 1 week, which is November 13th at 8:30 in the morning. Your preliminary hearing will be November 17th at 8:30 in the same court. Your bond is $2,000. It is secured. If you post it, comply with all of your written conditions. Do not go to the scenes of the crimes. No contact with any alleged victims, witnesses, arresting officers, or co-defendants. No weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription. Everything else is on your paperwork. If you step to your left, I'll give you a copy.
Actually, so for the 29th, I had court for it, right?
The 29th, I'm sorry?
Yeah, I had, that's when I had court for it.
I'm not sure what you're talking about. I'm looking at the docket. Are you saying you think you had a court date?
No, like, because I was in custody when this happened. And I just posted like a $1,500 bail last night. And I just noticed that.
I do see you had a court date. You were summoned for October 29.
Yeah, I was in custody.
And so you had a $5,000 bond in this case. That was the judge who, no, sorry, I'm confusing your cases. Are you saying you were in county? Were you in county custody?
Yeah,
MCSO?
No, I was in Florence. By,
For whom? Like for what agency? Like who was holding you in?
Mesa.
Mesa?
Yeah, Mesa.
There's just no way I'm going to be able to confirm that, sir. And on these facts with your criminal history and what appears to be your lack of ties to Arizona, you have an extensive criminal history in Minnesota. There's 2 different offense dates in this case. This is a victim case. This court is very concerned that you are not likely to appear. Pretrial services notes you have an outstanding warrant from another state. It looks like it's not a nationwide warrant. And I don't know anything about you. You declined the pretrial interview, which you're allowed to do, but I'm not here to conduct a pretrial interview. So on these facts, sir, this court believes a $2,000 bail is the appropriate and least restrictive bail in this case. Talk to your lawyer, and that bail is not set on any failure to appear for the summons. I can see that you had the court date, which indicates that you did get the summons. It's not because of a failure to appear. I didn't know that you failed to appear when I prepared this case and looked at it. This court believes that is an appropriate bail in your case, and it has no part of that is associated with missing the summons date. So talk to your lawyer about this. I did appoint a lawyer for you. If you step to your left, you get a copy of your paper. Mr. Hatmaker? And then Holton Stevens, will you go to the chair? Hello, sir. Can I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Michael Hatmaker, 3/28/96.
Okay, thanks. You're here on one new case and a probation. I think it's a it's a warrant, probation warrant. Okay. In your new case, you're arrested for possessing narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony, and drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. There is probable cause for those, and I am appointing a lawyer for you, both in this new case and in your probation case. You are on probation for possession of drug paraphernalia, and back on August 15th of this year, there was a petition to revoke your probation filed, alleging that you violated terms 3 and 5. You'll get a copy of that petition from your lawyer. You will end up with the same lawyer for both cases. Your next court date is the same for both cases. It's 1 week from today, which is November 13th, 8:30 in the morning in the downtown Superior Court. In the new case, it will be a status conference. In the probation case, it will be a revocation arraignment. Pardon me. Then in the new case only, you need a preliminary hearing, and that is scheduled for November 17th at 8:30 in the morning. In each of these two cases, your bond is $500 secured for $1,000 total. If you bond out, comply with all of your written conditions and call your PO within 72 hours. The main number is on your paperwork. Everything is on that paperwork. If you step to your left, the officer will give you a copy. Thank you. Mr. Stevens? And then Clifford Doherty, we go to the chair. Hello, sir. Can I have your full name and your date of birth?
Holton Wayne Stevens, August 1st, 1994.
Oh, and just one second, Mr. Stevens. Check something else in your case that I forgot about. Okay. Okay. All right. So, Mr. Stevens, you were booked in on a number of charges. I'm going to read them all to you. For purposes of this hearing only, though, the court found probable cause for only one of them, which I'm going to explain why in a moment. All right. Let me read them all to you. You were booked on allegations of possessing narcotic drugs for sale, which is a Class 2 felony. Possession of narcotic drugs as a Class 4 felony, possession of dangerous drugs as a Class 4 felony, 3 allegations of possession or use of a weapon in the commission of a drug offense. Those are Class 4 felonies. The court did not find probable cause on any of those for purposes of this hearing only. There was also the allegation of theft by control of a stolen weapon, and the court finds there is at least minimal probable cause for that. That's a Class 6 felony. That's the one thing the court does find probable cause for today. Now, the reason I did not find probable cause for the others is the police presented a conclusion that what you had was narcotic drugs and or dangerous drugs. Now, if I was a betting person, would I bet that their conclusion is correct? Absolutely, I would. I would stake my life on it. But, Mr. Stevens, there's a legal standard for probable cause, and they did not meet it. So, under these facts, what the law says is I don't consider those for purposes of setting release conditions. They're still pending against you, though. I do not dismiss charges. It is up to the county attorney what you might formally be charged with in this case. So my finding has zero bearing on these charges going forward. They are going forward as of this moment in time. So I'm appointing a lawyer for you. You can talk to your lawyer more about that, but my release conditions are determined and calculated based only on the one charge that I did find probable cause for. I know that's maybe a little confusing, but talk to your lawyer, okay? So I'm going to give you 2 court dates. The first will be a status conference in 2 weeks. It is November 20th at 8:30 in the morning. Your preliminary hearing will be November 24th at 8:30. That's in the downtown Superior Court. The address is on your paperwork. Your risk assessment score, in the absence of all of that, recommends pretrial services supervision. They believe that'll be enough to get you to come to court and not commit new crimes. So that's what I'm ordering. And I note that the state had an opportunity to provide additional probable cause in your case, and they notified the court. They were unable to basically reach the Mesa detectives in time. So you can talk to your lawyer more about how all of that works. I just want to make it very clear, Mr. Stevens, you are about to be on release for a felony. If you were to be arrested for a new felony while this case is pending, and there were probable cause for it, you would be held without bail at the initial appearance on the new case, because now you have an open and pending felony case. And I'm telling you that because the police did allege a rather significant set of crimes against you, as to which a little bit more probable cause, I would be giving you a very significant bond. So that makes me think that you're likely to commit new crimes. Just want to warn you, if they're felonies, if probable cause is found, you're going to end up held no bond at this same hearing. So that's more of a caution in the hopes that you exercise good judgment while the case is pending and while this is all going on. Because, of course, my orders include that you're ordered not to commit any new crimes as a term of release in this case. You may not possess any weapons. Not that you're a prohibited possessor at this moment in time. It does not appear that you are. I've just prohibited you as a term of release in this case, though. You're not to possess any drugs without a valid prescription for them. Everything else is on your paperwork. So if you step to your left, you get a copy of that. As I said, I did give you a lawyer, and your lawyer, you can talk to your lawyer more in 2 weeks at your status conference. And by then, the state, if they are going to file formal charges, they will have been filed. You'll get a copy. You can go over that with your lawyer. All right, everything's on your paperwork. If you step to your left, you can take a copy. Thank you. Mr. Doherty? And then Tricia Baxley, we go to the chair. Good morning, sir. Can I have your full name and date of birth, please?
Yes, ma'am. My name's Cliff Doherty. Birth date is July 21st, 1976.
Okay, thanks. You're here on an arrest warrant for an older case, and it looks like you've been charged with trafficking and stolen property in the first degree, theft, and burglary in the third degree. The first one is a Class 2 felony, the theft is a Class 3 felony, and the third degree burglary is alleged as a Class 4 felony. And looks like the offense dates range from April 18th to May 9th of this past year.
Yeah.
You'll get a copy of the charges from your lawyer. Oops, I just closed the warrant. And the warrant states that it comes out of the Tempe Police Department. But if that doesn't ring any bells, you will get police reports and charges from your lawyer. I am appointing a lawyer for you.
Right.
The next court date is a status conference, November 20th at 8:30 in the morning in the downtown Superior Court, with a preliminary hearing November 24th at 8:30 in the same court. And in this case, 1 second, I just need to look at something.
Sure.
I need to reprint this one, you guys. I'm sorry. I've made a mistake. Okay. All right. All right, in this case, you have a bond of $2,000. It is secured. If you post it, you must comply with all of your written conditions. And so I gave you the wrong court dates. Your status conference is going to be November 13th, which is 1 week from today, and a preliminary hearing November 17th at 8:30 in the morning. You have a $2,000 secured appearance bond. If you bond out, do not go to the scenes of the alleged crimes, whether you're in or out of custody, no contact with any alleged victims or co-defendants that you may have. No weapons, you are a prohibited possessor, and no drugs without a valid prescription. He's going to give you a copy of that paperwork.
Your Honor, can I ask you something?
Sure.
Two questions, really. One is, secured bond means I can use a bondsman?
Correct. And you can call them from back in the tanks. They usually want a fee that you do not get back and collateral, but you have to talk to them about what they want. You can call more than one company, what they will want in order to put down the bond to guarantee your appearance.
The other thing real quick, Your Honor, was I just started a job on the 28th, and if I don't show up for work tomorrow, I stand to lose a $27 an hour job. Me and my girlfriend are on our way up from the streets, and we're doing so good, and this is going to be the hugest setback. Is there any way you can find it to OR me, or...
The court's concern is your criminal history, sir, and I know this was ordered as a $5,000 bond when it issued. It has multiple offense dates and felonies that if they can prove your priors, which are out of Pennsylvania, but there's 5 to 6 of them out of Pennsylvania. If they can prove even one of those, then none of these is probation eligible if you're convicted at trial. Meaning, if they can prove at least one of your priors, then every one of these becomes at least prison mandatory, if not enhanced. So you need to talk to a lawyer about that. But this court finds, based on your criminal history and
even though it's been 18 years, Your Honor, since I've done it.
It looks like you would have gotten out based on your last prison sentence in Pennsylvania around 2009 or 2010. And what they're alleging is a series of crimes, Class 2, Class 3, and Class 4. So if what you're saying is true about the job, that is unfortunate. But at this moment in time, the court believes, based on your extensive criminal history and what you're accused of right now, the court is not prepared to take your word for it. Everything's going to be on your paperwork. If you step to your left, I'll give you a copy.
Understood.
Thank you. Mrs. Baxley, and then Summer Hicks, will you go to the chair? Yes, sir.
If you would like to do them at the same time, will you?
Oh, yeah. Is this the lady? Okay, all right. Okay, hey, I'm gonna do all your cases at once, okay? All of you who are here on the prostitution arrest, okay? So I think that's Tricia Baxley. If you can like scoot over, it'll just be faster. And I'll have you say your name when so everybody just come in, and then if you're here on a prostitution arrest, come in. Okay, great. All right, so, ladies, you're all accused of the same thing. You've all got the same next court dates. Your situations are identical, so I'm going to save all of us a little bit of time. So will you step forward one at a time, tell me your name and date of birth, and then I'll put your cases in order so I know who's who. Okay, right here to the microphone, please, ma'am.
Tricia Baxley, 7/11/78.
Okay, thank you. Next lady, and everybody just make sure you get your name.
Summer Hicks, 02/11/2005.
Thank you. You go right there. And ma'am?
Kayana Anderson, January 5th, 2004.
Thank you. Ma'am?
Adeline Palacios, July 3rd, 2007.
Thank you. Oh, wait. Let me just check your, okay, I've got it. Okay, and then,
Natasha Lewis, August 18th, 2007.
Okay, thank you.
Starla Tipler, February 14th, 2005.
Thank you.
Cameron Lucero, December 11th, 2004.
And
Christiana Flores, May 29th, 2004.
Okay, thank you very much. All right, ladies, as you know, you've all been booked in on one allegation of prostitution as a class 1 misdemeanor. I did find probable cause in all of your cases. I'm not appointing a lawyer in any of your cases because I'm planning to release you. You have the right to hire a lawyer at your own expense or to represent yourselves. Your next court date is an arraignment hearing November 18th, which is it's like the what day is it? That's like 12 days from now. Fine. November 18th, 1:30 in the afternoon in the West McDowell Justice Court. The address is on your paperwork. As I said, I am going to release you, except for one of you, the arresting agency provided zero information about your prior criminal history. And on misdemeanors, it is up to the arresting agency to pull criminal history and give it to the court. They gave me zero, except for one of you that I recall was Cameron Lucero. Where are you, ma'am? Okay, right there. So they did note that you have 3 warrants from City of Phoenix. They did not tell me what those were for. You don't have to tell me. You are not required to tell me. No, it's okay. I'm saying they failed to tell me what they were for. They failed to tell me whether they were pre or post conviction or whether it's failure to pay fines. They didn't give any information other than that. And on those facts, I'm not prepared to decide that you won't show up in the West McDowell Justice Court. So each of you is released on your own recognizance. You're all ordered not to go back to where you were arrested. And I didn't try to define that. I think if you're smart, you won't play games with the police saying, well, I'm a block down, I'm not down there. But I just checked, don't return to the scene of the alleged crime. Don't possess any drugs without a valid prescription. I don't know that any of you has a single prior conviction, including you, Ms. Lucero. I don't know that you have a single prior conviction. So I'm not ordering you not to possess weapons, but I am ordering you not to possess drugs without a valid prescription. Don't drive without a valid license. If you miss this court date, we will be able to tell very easily that you came through IA. I gave you a chance to go deal with it on your own and you didn't go. That's how you're going to end up with a bond on these cases, okay? Does anybody have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Go ahead, ma'am.
So, am I getting released?
In my case, you are. Talk to the officers after court because City of Phoenix has a courtroom right here in this jail. It's right next door. So you may be on a Phoenix calendar. You haven't seen another judge yet today? Okay. So talk to them. You might be on the 4 p.m. calendar in Phoenix. If you are, then you have to go see that judge, and they do in their cases whatever they want to do. I only have the one new case for you, and I'm releasing you in this case. So you have a little question mark after court about what's the status of your warrants, but talk to the officers. They should be able to give you a better idea, okay? All right, anybody else? Go ahead, ma'am.
How much are the charges for the prostitution?
What do you mean, how much?
Like, is there, or the district, like, how
The
much?
penalty?
Yes.
Oh, well, and you can consult with a lawyer, but I can tell you that misdemeanors in Arizona carry a class 1 misdemeanor carries a maximum sentence of, now, well, you know what? I was going to say 6 months jail. I believe it is 6 months, but ma'am, I can't give you legal advice, and
Okay.
I guess I'm a little tired this morning. It's
Oh, no, you're fine.
because there's a legal distinction that's confusing me, and literally nobody's asked me that. So please look it up. Okay. You can literally Google it and just read the statute. I think it's 6 months, but you can't rely on things I tell you. Mean you should be able to, but that's driven off of so many things, ma'am, and there's no, et cetera. So you go to court, okay, just don't miss a court date. Okay. And if you don't know what the penalty is, that suggests to me you don't have any convictions. So you shouldn't be afraid to go to court. It's much better to go, and then you don't end up here just for not showing up.
Right.
So just go, and if you don't hire a lawyer, you can meet directly with the prosecutor. Mm-hmm. Many of you are very young, and it's my hope you don't have convictions, and I'm giving you new information. You can meet directly with the prosecutor. You'll get police reports. You can represent yourself. It may be confusing, but you can do it. Ms. Lucero.
So does this mean I don't have warrants anymore?
No. I'm not seeing you on any warrants. Different courts, okay? I only have the...
Like, as of right now, like, if I go to my court date next week, like, I don't have any warrants?
Well, you have the Phoenix problem. As long as you go to the court dates in this, it's not my case personally, it's the West McDowell Justice of the Peace case. As long as you go to court, you will not catch a warrant in this case. I don't know a thing about your Phoenix cases. So that judge, can you guys tell? Is she on the floor? Can you tell? They'll try to figure it out. Okay, and then, I'm sorry, were you Miss, I apologize. Are you, what's your name, ma'am?
Yeah.
What's your last name?
Lawyer.
Okay, oh, thank you. Okay, what was your question?
Is the court here?
No, it's West McDowell Justice Court. Everything you need to know is going to be on your paperwork, and that is right downtown at 620 West Jackson. So it's right in downtown Phoenix. But everything's on your paperwork, including the dates. You don't have to memorize anything. The officers are going to hand it to you as you go. Okay? All right. Everybody else? Okay. Good luck. If you accept your left, take your paperwork. Thank you.
Thank you. You have a great day, ma'am.
You too.
Thank you.
All right, then Mr. Stone. All right. And then after that, Stephen Smith, will you go to the chair? Yeah, take your time, sir. Hi, Mr. Stone. Can I have your full name and your date of birth?
Troy Lee Stone, 31280.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Stone, you're here on 2 warrants from the Santan Justice Court down in Chandler, where it looks like you have 1 pending case and you're on misdemeanor probation for another case. The pending case is a criminal damage misdemeanor, and the case you're on misdemeanor probation for is a disorderly conduct misdemeanor. So I'm going to give you the same court date in the Santan Justice Court. It's just before Thanksgiving. It's November 25th. It's just a Tuesday before Thanksgiving.
Yes, sir.
And that's going to be at 9 in the morning. I know you know where this court is because I looked at the history in your case, and I can see that you do go to court. You've missed court before, but then you always come in and you talk to the judge. I've never seen that you were ever arrested before, that you might have gotten some warrants, but you always went and took care of them.
Yes,
I can see that. So I'm going to release you, okay?
Thank you, ma'am.
And I put a note in my order to tell that judge, this is why I released you, because it looks like maybe you're facing some issues and you might have some trouble getting to court. Now, these have been out for you for a while, so I think they've been looking for you since March. You really must go on the 25th. If you can't make it, the phone number is on your paperwork. I always tell people, call before the warrant goes out. It's my understanding they will work with people if you call before the warrant, okay? So if you have trouble getting there on the 25th, just call and ask for a new court date, okay? And the judge will decide what they want to do. But everything's on your paperwork. In the pending case, don't have any, victim contact, don't go to the scene of the crime, whatever you've been ordered to do. Yeah, same thing in your older case, the probation case, just keep, comply with your terms and conditions. I can see that you've met with Judge, is it Johnson? I forgot his name. Sheriff Johnson? You've met many times with him. Just go, okay? Just don't fail to show up. That's when you're going to end up back here and probably get a bond. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All righty. Any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
I got epilepsy really bad. And my sciatic nerve is killing me.
Oh.
And I haven't had my medication, and I'm afraid I'm gonna have a seizure here. And I don't wanna have a seizure.
Okay, do me a favor and talk to the DOs after court. Please make sure medical sees him. There's some community resources. Do you have any kind of case manager, any kind of mental health case manager or anything like that?
I got a neurologist.
Okay. I was just hoping to connect you with somebody who can give you a ride when you get out, because...
Oh, that's my mother. I've been
I've
been trying to call her, but I can't get a hold of her.
Well, keep trying from release, okay, because we are pretty far from Chandler. Do you live in Chandler?
No, ma'am, I live in Mesa.
Oh, okay, well, pretty far from Mesa, too. All righty, well, there's phones at release, and hopefully medical can make, I don't know, like, we can try to make sure we don't just, show you out the door, and we're in the middle of town, but also kind of in the middle of nowhere. So, all right, well, good luck, sir. Let me just get you out of here. So
He's got me crying.
Okay, well, please, yeah, we do not want you to have a seizure before you manage to get out the door.
Oh, I'm so sorry, ma'am. I truly apologize.
I'm not mad, Mr. Stone. I just want you to go to court, okay? And you do always eventually go to court. That's why I'm releasing you, okay? All right, so if you step to your left, you get your paperwork, and we'll get you out of here so hopefully somebody can see you and see if you need some stabilization meds before you go, okay? All right, let me get you out of here. Good luck, sir.
God bless you, Your Honor.
You take care.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Smith. Do I have a, no, I should got an extra person in there. I need Mr. Stephen Smith?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, yeah, take your time, sir.
Okay, I'm ready. Just right behind you.
Hi, can I have your full name and date of birth?
Stephen Owen Smith, May 2nd, 76.
Okay, thanks. Mr. Smith, you are here on a warrant from another state, and that is from Texas, because it's the Nueces County Sheriff's Office in Corpus Christi.
Yes.
This warrant was issued on, sorry, it's hard to spot, August 5th of 2024, and it is a probation warrant, and it says, among other things, you may be on probation for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. So it's a probation warrant. As I noted to an earlier gentleman, I don't know if you heard that, it was a long time ago, you have extradition rights in Arizona. Those include the right to have an extradition hearing within 90 days after today. As part of that whole extradition process, you have the right to insist that a governor's warrant be signed by the governors of each state before you can be taken back to Texas without your consent. And you have the right to hire a lawyer at your own expense to represent you in the extradition case.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, you don't have the right to bail, though, because under Arizona law, if you've already been convicted, so it's parole or probation, I may not give you bond. Legally, I cannot give you bond. So no matter whether you decide to agree to go back or you want to keep your extradition rights, I have to hold you bond, no bond either way, and it's important that you know that. So you have a choice today and literally at every court hearing in the extradition case, because you don't have to agree to go back. Agreeing to go back is called waiving extradition. Maybe you've heard of that. So if you want to just say, okay, I agree, I'll go back to Texas. That's called waiving extradition, because you'll be waiving the rights I just told you and saying, okay, Texas, come get me. That's called waiving. If you wanted to do that, I can take your waiver. I have to ask you some formal questions to make sure you understand the rights you have before I ask if you want to give them up. But you never have to waive. It doesn't have to be today. You just need to be in front of a judge in order to be able to do it. And your next opportunity will be November 17th if you didn't want to waive today. If you want to waive, that'll start a 30-day clock against Texas, assuming you have no Arizona charges or holds. So I'm assuming that. I don't see any, but I don't know everything that could be out there waiting to find you. So if you have no Arizona criminal charges or holds, and you waive today, Texas's clock will start tomorrow, and they'll have 30 calendar days to come and get you. You get held no bond the entire time. You do not go back to court. You just literally sit and watch the calendar and see if they come and get you. If they don't, you get released. But the warrant stays active in the national system, and you can be rearrested on the identical Texas warrant, because I cannot quash a Texas warrant. Only Texas can. So if you don't do anything about it in Texas, you're eventually going to be arrested on the same warrant. That's if you waive and they don't come and get you after 30 days. Now, if you keep your rights, either because you never want to give them up or you just don't want to decide today, then what I'm going to do is send you to extradition court, give you a court date of November 17th at 1:30 in the afternoon, which is 11 days from now. You'll be back in front of the extradition judge. It will not be your extradition hearing. It's just the first of a couple of hearings they have before your extradition hearing happens, because they get 90 days to get you that extradition hearing. But I have to hold you no bond the whole time as well. But you would keep your rights, and you'd be back in court November 17th.
So I'm going to jail either way.
What's that?
I'm going to be incarcerated anyway?
Yes, and that's why it's important for you to understand that by law, I cannot give you bond.
So if I say Texas to come get me, they just mad at them coming to get me?
Sorry, say it again.
Would they come and get me before the 30 days?
Right, they have to. If they don't, you're entitled to be released. But I always warn people, because I have seen it happen. If that happens to you and you go, woo, I got released, they didn't come get me, and you do nothing to take care of your Texas warrant, you don't call your probation officer, you do zero, you're pretty much guaranteeing you will ultimately be rearrested on the same warrant.
Of course. I would like
people to know that.
I would like to go and take care of the problem. I would like to go back to Texas.
Okay, then let me ask you.
I mean, if I'm going to sit here for 30 days, I'd rather them just come get me right now if they would.
Right. And I can't tell you what to do or tell you what, I can't give you legal advice. I can just try to describe the choice, but I'll tell you that.
Is that the wrong choice to make?
No. What I'm saying is many people in your situation make that choice, because once you know you're stuck in either way, that simplifies the choice for a lot of people, but it's always your choice. You have an absolute right to the extradition proceeding, and nobody can.
I can't say extradite me right now. I mean, I can't.
No, you can't hurry it up. Come next week. Nope.
Okay.
They get 30 days.
Right.
Or you don't give up your rights, and you keep all of them. But in which case, they will get a total of 90 days to actually produce that governor's warrant and put on the hearing. I think that's why they get 90 days, because it can take a while to get a warrant live signed by two sitting governors.
I'm sorry. If I give up my rights, and could it still take 90 days before I leave?
No. They're on 30 and they can't extend it.
Okay, and if they don't, then I get out.
You do get out.
Okay.
And then you should definitely call your probation officer in Texas.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, so I can't tell you what to do.
Okay. What about medical? Right now, I have a serious addiction, and I'm afraid I'm going to go through a really bad withdrawals in here. And
that may be true, sir, and I'm sorry if that's so. And you're not alone in that. But there's nothing. I mean, you'll be assessed by medical, of course.
Right.
Like if you have a medical issue from that, medical will assess you, and then they'll take whatever.
Otherwise, it's just okay.
A lot of people end up going through withdrawal in custody.
Yeah. Okay.
So do you know what you want to do today? I got a 30-day option for you if you want to waive, or you'll just be on the 90-day clock, and I'll send you to court on the 17th.
And that court date, what happens?
That is your first hearing in extradition court, so they're probably going to tell you your rights, and the extradition judge is going to go over some advisements and information for the group of people there. It's just once a week, extradition court, so she probably does a lot of informational things. There's a public defender generally assigned to that court who you could chat with, and well, maybe not chat, it depends on how many people on the calendar. She can give you legal advice, but she's not personally assigned to your case unless the extradition chooses to do it.
Me knowing my case, knowing what's going on, I probably best just go home.
Oh, well, and again, I cannot make the decision for you because you have rights, and I have to ask you a bunch of formal questions about giving them up, and you have to give them up voluntarily. It's just totally optional, sir. There's no penalty for not waiving.
Well, I just don't really know what to do. I'm not really sure.
Well, if you can't decide today, then you can keep your rights and go to court on the 17th. If you change your mind and you want to,
will I get a court-appointed attorney?
No, not automatically. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay.
Because extradition is a civil court proceeding.
Yeah.
It's not criminal. You don't fight the probation violation here. You have to fight that in Texas.
Right.
Texas is where you have a constitutional right to a lawyer. This is a civil court case. You don't have it. But because we have resources, there's been a public defender generally assigned to extradition court for many, many years.
Right.
She can give you legal advice, but she's not personally assigned to your case unless the extradition judge agrees to do it.
Right.
And you can ask the extradition judge. I do not know under what circumstances she does or does not appoint the public defender because it's entirely discretionary for her.
Right. I'll let Texas just come get me.
Does that mean you want to waive?
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you the questions because I do have to make a record that you understand the rights you have, and then I will ask if you want to give them up. It's kind of like a change of plea, but no. So that's why I use the script so I don't mess it up. Did you read the waiver of extradition paperwork we gave you? That's the card.
Yes.
Okay, do you understand that you do not have to sign a waiver of extradition? Do you understand that? You don't have to do this. Do you understand that?
Right.
I need a yes or no.
If I don't do it, I still stay here, though. I don't get that.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, do you understand that the court's not making you waive extradition?
Right.
Nobody,
You're just holding me in case Texas comes against me.
the court has to hold you either way,
Yeah.
because of the law. But I guess what I'm trying to say is, what I want to make clear is, do you understand that this is optional? Waiving extradition is optional. Do you understand that?
Should I not waive my extradition?
No, I'm not trying to suggest anything. I need to make a clear record that you understand, like, like the right to remain silent? That's a clear right, right? And if I said, do you know you have the right to remain silent? What's your answer? Do you know you have that right? Do you have to talk to the cops?
Yeah, no.
Okay, so you know that you have the right to remain silent, right?
Yes, you do, yes.
So all I needed to establish is, do you understand that you have the right to have an extradition hearing and nobody can make you give it up? Do you understand that?
Okay,
you can choose
yeah.
to
If I didn't want to go back because I thought it was wrong or something like that. Got you. I'm just going to keep fighting this until it's over. So I want to waive my rights and go to Texas.
Okay.
So I'll answer your question. Yes.
Okay, let me ask you again. Okay, that got a little muddled.
I understand.
Do you understand?
Yes.
That you do not have to sign a waiver of extradition?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, do you understand that you have the right to have an extradition hearing here in Arizona if you want one?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, do you understand that you have the right to hire a lawyer at your own expense for the extradition proceedings?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that you have the right to insist that a governor's warrant be signed by the governors of both states before you are formally returned to Texas?
See that? Can you explain that a little better?
Okay. One of the parts of the extradition process is that there's a federal law that 46 states are co-signed on, including Arizona and Texas. And that formal set of laws says no person can be taken out of one state jurisdiction into another one without a formal process, unless they agree.
Okay,
You can agree. You can also go, sure, I'll go back. But if you don't agree, then they have to do the full formal process. And the full formal process involves, no kidding, a formal request for you signed by the Texas governor, what's his name, Abbott?
Yeah.
The sitting governor of Texas has to live sign a warrant that says, give us Stephen Smith. That goes all the way to the Arizona governor, and then the Arizona governor gets a packet and looks at it and says, Arizona law enforcement, deliver Stephen Smith to Texas. And Katie Hobbs has to live sign a warrant, which is why it takes like 90 days.
Wow.
It's extremely formal. And so that's the extradition process. That is the big thing that needs to happen in an extradition case.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So with that, like, does that still happen? Or
you're saying, like, does that exist?
If I waive my rights, they don't do all that.
No, right. If you waive the rights, they don't bother, because you said, I don't care.
30 days go by and they don't come get me.
That's what I'm trying to establish is, do you know that one of the things you're giving up if you waive today are those governor's warrants? Nobody will have to get a governor's warrant if you give up the right to it. So I'm trying to make sure you understand you have the right to just sit back and say, get that warrant, I'm not doing anything. You have the right to sit back and make them do it. They get up to 90 days to do it, though. So, but you have that right. I just want to make sure you know you have it.
So they may not do it. So either you say, come get me, and if they don't do it in 30 days, then I fight it, and I got 90 days.
And if they don't get a governor's warrant, no. You get released after 30. If you don't waive, and they're working on the governor's warrant, and they don't get it within 90 days, you get released, because they can't extend past 90 days.
Okay, but I have 90 days instead of 30 days.
Yeah, because they get 90 to get the governor's warrant. Yeah.
But being released without,
Is it too confusing? I understand.
It kind of is, because I want to say, let me just wait, let Texas come get me, because, and then if they don't get me in 30 days, I'm back out on the street going, well, shit, if I get arrested, I'm going to go back again, until they come get me again.
I know, and that's
but then if I fight it, I'm saying, hey, come get me in 90 days, but if you don't come get me, then I get it out, and then I get arrested again, I get 90 more days, it's like, it's kind of, you know what I mean? It's the same.
Sounds like you do understand what could happen. So, all I can do is just give you a chance to waive. You just don't have to. It's not.
But am I right about that? Kind of in the same. process.
People can circle through this. You are right about that. I have seen people.
I'm not trying to get out of it, right?
Sort of like, yeah.
Right.
So, but it's up to you. Nobody can, make that decision for you because it's like giving up your right to a trial. Nobody can make you do that.
Well, I know if I get out here in 30 days, my brother and I are here working. If the job's over and he's gone, I'm by myself. I'm on the street, homeless. And it's like, what am I going to do?
All right, well.
I mean, I don't really know if I give my rights up, if that's a bad thing or not. If the lawyer would tell me that was a bad thing or not. But, if I'm trying to get
I'm afraid I can't, like I said, I can't give you legal advice. I can't tell you what to decide.
That's tough.
I'm sorry. I know it's hard. I've got a couple house calls that I could do if you want to think about it it'd probably take max 10 minutes to get out there and get back. You could take the card and go sit out in General Pop and read the card and think about it. That's about the only that
Can I do that?
give you. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. All right, let's have you go out and
Okay.
and can you have a card out in G-Pop? Is he okay?
Okay.
All right, they're going to give you a card. I'll do my
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. All right, so officers have got Malik Richardson and Ronald Barker not physically present in court. Is that because they've been isolated by the sheriff's office as a potential risk of danger to themselves or others? Officer?
Yes.
Sorry. I have Malik Richardson and Ronald Barker listed as house calls, not physically present. Is that because they have been isolated by the sheriff's office as a potential risk of danger to themselves or others?
Well, 29 was disruptive and 30 was highly intoxicated.
Okay, thank you. Then I will go conduct those initial appearances in person, in-house, immediately following this recording. And I will advise Malik Richardson, born 3/28/75, that he got arrested on a new case. It is aggravated assault as a class 4 felony. There is probable cause for it. I am appointing a lawyer for him, setting a status conference November 13 at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing November 17 at 8:30. Those will be in the downtown Superior Court. Based on what's been alleged against him, the court is inclined to set bail in the amount of $10,000 secured with written conditions that include no victim contact, no witness contact, no weapons, no drugs, no alcohol. And if he has a common residence with the alleged victim, which is unclear whether he does, he'll have to find a new one and can do a civil standby to collect belongings. Mr. Ronald Barker, I have not had a chance to review. Hold on. All right, Mr. Barker, born 10/28/68, was arrested on a new case, and then a probation hold came with it. In the new case, he was arrested for theft as a class 4 felony. There is probable cause for it, and I am appointing a lawyer for him. His next court date will be November 13th at 8:30 in the morning for a status conference, and his preliminary hearing will be November 17th at 8:30, assuming this goes as planned, and those will be in the downtown Superior Court with the address on the paperwork. He's also on probation for a class 6 felony, and the probation department has notified the court they will be filing a petition to revoke his probation based on the allegation of the new crime. So I'll let him know he'll have a lawyer in that case as well, and he'll get a petition to revoke at his next court date, which is also going to be November 13th at 8:30 in the morning for a revocation or a possible disposition hearing. And the court's current inclination is to set bail in each of Mr. Barker's cases at $1,000 secured for $2,000 total with written conditions that I will go over with him that include no contact with the alleged victims, no returning to the scene of the alleged crimes in the new case, and calling his PO within 72 hours. If anything changes after I conduct these initial appearances in-house, my final order will reflect the court's ultimate decision in each of these two cases. The court will not be updating this recording. And with that, we are going to stand in recess until 2 p.m. this afternoon. Oh, I'm going to go back on. No, I don't take out the recorder. I forgot. We still have Mr. Smith. We can't go into recess. So, we're going to be in recess until we reconvene to talk to Mr. Smith. Don't let me forget, officer. Don't let me. Oh, are you handing off? There's a guy left on this calendar named Smith and FOJ. I just want to, like, help me remember. We got to, yeah, we got to come in and finish Smith. Yeah, not right now. What I'm saying is I'll go see the house calls. Thank you. Okay, all right, then we're just going to take a brief recess while I go do those house calls, and then we'll finish up with Mr. Smith. All right.
I would tell Mark, I work really hard to change the waivers, and I work harder than I probably should, but also guys, I can't
Wait,
totally
the
wait.
other part you have the $2,000
So that, yeah.
Okay, all right, we're back on the record in Mr. Stephen Smith's case. For anybody listening to this recording, I did have a long discussion with Mr. Smith about 10 minutes ago on this recording. So, Mr. Smith, did you have an opportunity to make a decision on whether you wanted to waive extradition or not?
I wanted to waive extradition, which means that 30 days, right?
Correct.
Okay, yeah, that's where I want to go.
All right, I'm going to start from the top on the waiver thing, because if anybody ever wanted to transcribe this, I'd like to show that, like, you had a moment to reflect and you understand what you're doing. Okay. So, did you read the waiver of extradition?
Yes.
Okay. Do you understand that you do not have to sign this waiver of extradition?
Yes.
Do you understand that you have the right to have an extradition hearing here in Arizona?
Yes.
And do you understand that you have the right to hire a lawyer at your own expense for the extradition proceedings?
Yes.
All right. And do you understand that you have the right to demand that a governor's warrant be signed by the governors of both states before you are formally returned to Texas?
Yes.
All right. And do you understand that if you give up those rights, there will be no extradition hearing?
Yes.
All right. Then, understanding all those rights, do you want to give them up and sign the paperwork?
Yes.
Has anyone threatened you or promised you anything to get you to sign this paperwork?
No.
And have you had any drugs, alcohol, or medication in the last 24 hours?
Yes.
All right. Do you think that that is affecting your ability to understand what
Absolutely
you're doing?
not. No.
Okay.
No.
Then I find that you knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily are signing the waiver paperwork and agreeing to go back to Texas.
Yes.
My orders will direct our sheriff's office to notify Texas that you are ready to return. Texas will have 30 calendar days starting tomorrow to come and get you. And I have to say this, if you have any Arizona charges or holds, Texas's 30 days will begin at the conclusion of your Arizona criminal matters.
Okay.
All right. Any questions for me before we finish?
No.
Okay, then you'll sign electronically a couple times for my clerk. She's going to give you a copy of what you're signing. It is the extradition waiver.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Then we're going to be in recess on this case. It just did. It should have just gone through. I like to wait to delete the hearing these days because sometimes you delete it and then they change it. Okay. All right, then, okay, now we are going to stand in recess until 2 p.m. this afternoon. Okay. I'm going to slow walk.